On one side, while Mr. Kejriwal is saying that he does not have any grudges against the illiterate, he respects the illiterate, but the public representative, the people representative should be educated. You also have Tamil Nadu leaders, DMK leaders coming in support of Karan Sangwan and questioning the entire act of sacking. The Congress leaders have, made a similar appeal as well and criticism as well. So it's sort of boycott Unacademy is the trend which possibly also triggered the entire action coming from the Unacademy management. But what it appears right now, Sneha, is that this particular controversy is not going to die down soon, because you not only have the discussion and controversy snowballing on the social media, but also the political leaders such as Arvind Kejriwal, DMK leaders, Congress leaders coming together and criticizing the entire move of sacking of Karan Sangwan. So it is to be seen as to whether Unacademy is going to take back its decision, and it has also added fuel to the entire political debate which had started a couple of months back about whether to have a educated, literate public representative, especially in context of the national leadership. So that particular debate has again come to the fore. Back to you, Sneha.
Yes, and as always, Amit, like we've seen in the last few years or so, a debate and this conversation on the social media, left versus the right, about how the authorities in Unacademy are right-wing supporters, and how this tutor visibly was in fact leaning towards the left when he gave this sort of advice, isn't it?
Right, there's a clear-cut division that we can see on social media. On one side, you have those who were angry with the comments made by Karan Sangwan during the class, this particular online class, where he is appealing to students not to vote for the illiterate next time they go on to cast their vote. And on the other side, you have those who are supporting Karan Sangwan and are critical of Unacademy. Now, there will be questions that will be raised about the political inclinations of those who are in power, at the helm of affairs in Unacademy, the education tech firm. And similar allegations or questions will be also asked about the political affiliations of Karan Sangwan. Now, what we are given to understand that Mr. Sangwan might be also speaking, to the media sometime today, and he is also expected to issue another detailed video later in the evening today to give his side of the story, because so far what we have heard is the chunk of the viral video, as well as the reaction, the political reaction that is coming in. So the entire detailed version from a point of view of Karan Sangwan will be also known only when he speaks to the media, or when his video comes out in the public later in the day today. But as you mentioned, there's a clear-cut division between both people from both political sides. Back to you.
All right, Amit, I'm going to thank you for the moment, for getting us up to speed with the latest controversy dominating discussions on social media today. More news coming in. Sextortion racket kingpin model is on the run. Kingpin model here, not in Bengaluru, is what we are hearing. Cops are on the hunt. The model in question hasn't been arrested. She is not in Bangalore, is what sources have told India Today. The police is yet to find her location. Getting in details as far as the Sextortion racket run from Bengaluru by a top model is concerned. The kingpin in question, the model, seems to be on the run, is what we've been given to understand from the police here. The model isn't in Bengaluru, and the police is yet to find her location. Getting you more details of that story that we are tracking very closely of a Mumbai model who's been booked, in fact, for extortion. This actually is a Sextortion racket busted by Bengaluru cops. Neha, also known as Meher, a Mumbai model, along with 3 others, allegedly amassed over 35 lakh rupees from sextortion activities. Over 50 men are believed to have fallen victim to this gang's manipulation and extortion. Her 3 associates were nabbed, but the main piece of puzzle, the mastermind, is still missing. Here is a detailed report.
In pursuit of a female sextortionist. Bengaluru police are currently searching for this woman, Neha alias Meher. Originally from Maharashtra, the woman has been named in a complaint for allegedly blackmailing her victims. She allegedly targeted men through the Telegram messaging platform, lure them to her home, and orchestrating covert recordings of sexual encounters with the involvement of her male accomplices. This alleged criminal operation led by Neha, also known as Meher, has been active in Bengaluru for a year and a half. The men she allegedly ensnared were subsequently subject to blackmail. They were coerced into marriage, conversion to Islam, or extortion of funds. Failing compliance, they were threatened with the release of compromising videos on the internet. The case now registered in Bengaluru's Puttanhalli police station. Each of her victims reportedly succumbed to the extortion demands. One of the complainants disclosed that he was coerced into giving her up to 60,000. Her 3 accomplices, all from Karnataka, have been arrested. According to the police, the gang amassed over 35 lakh rupees from this extortion activities. Around 50 men are believed to have fallen victim to this gang's manipulation and extortion. Yet the mastermind behind this operation remains at large. The primary suspect, Neha alias Meher, is suspected to be evading capture somewhere in Mumbai. Bureau Report, India Today.
My colleague Sagar Raj has more details on that story, joining us live right now. Sagar, give us a sense of how this model really was functioning. In fact, given the fact that 50 men were allegedly trapped into this, it does appear that this is a huge racket.
Absolutely. The modus of operandi seemed to be quite shocking. If you notice that their soft targets were men from another community, where they used to target for their convenience from a community which they don't belong to. So their target was to get send photographs of the girl to the boy, and once they get close, she used to invite the boy home. And when they were in a compromising position, the other 3 accused used to record the video and subsequently used to threaten them, saying that the girl belongs to a minority community, that is an Islam community, and the boy had to get converted into Islam and get married to her. And when the boy realizes that he can't do that, that's when they demand huge money from them, and after that everything gets solved. One of the victims have registered a complaint. Police have already arrested 3 accused in this particular case. The mastermind, Neha alias Meher, is still absconding. Police have sent a special team to Mumbai to arrest her.
All right, Sagar, thanking you for the moment, for getting us up to speed with that detailed report on this extortion racket that has been running. In other news, trouble seems to be mounting for Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan. Former Associate Editor of CPM Mouthpiece Deshabhimani Daily G. Saktidharan has accused the Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan and Industries Minister P. Rajiv of having collected around 2.35 crores without any documents. In a Facebook post earlier, he had alleged that a top CPM leader had accepted cash from a big shot for which he was a witness. Remember, back in June when he first made the allegations, he had refused to reveal the names. Now in his latest Facebook post, he stated that Vijayan, who was the party secretary then when the incident took place. Now, not to forget that the fresh charges made come at a time when the police are set to close the probe that was originally launched.
There is a very serious allegation has been raised by former associate editor of Deshabhimani, the mouthpiece of CPM. Unfortunately, the CPM is keeping silence. Chief Minister is speaking silence. For last 6 months, the Chief Minister of Kerala is not speaking to the press or the people. I don't know what happened to him. This is a very serious allegation that money has been embezzled or taken by the Chief Minister as well as the Industries Minister. And I feel that a comprehensive inquiry is necessary to unearth the truth of this matter.
Moving on, in a shocking incident, burqa-clad man enters ladies' washroom and recorded videos. This incident occurred in a popular mall in Kerala's Kochi. The accused, identified as Abhimanyu, is a robotics engineer. Abhimanyu allegedly entered the washroom and placed his phone in a box and kept it near the door of the washroom to record women. Noting a suspicious behavior, the security personnel alerted the police. Abhimanyu was immediately arrested by the police and has been sent to judicial custody. He has been charged for voyeurism and impersonation. The police is investigating if he was engaged in these activities, similar activities earlier as well. The time for a quick commercial break. Here on the other side, protests in Jadavpur University turn ugly after students show black flags. To Suvindu Adhikari, TMC claims BJP goons thrashed the students.
Message went across that Congress is preparing itself to contest alone in 2024 elections as far as Delhi is concerned, despite they are in talk with Aam Aadmi parties as a part of India alliance. So how do you look at this, how this message percolated after this particular meeting?
Well, you ask those who percolated this message, and you ask Aam Aadmi, who jumps at every occasion. The problem with Aam Aadmi party is they neither verify truth, nor do they know the difference between total lies and truth, because they themselves have lived lies all their life. And I'm saying this openly. I mean, it's the most untrustworthy bunch of people, including their supreme leader. What is the condition? There are 7 seats in Delhi, right? Congress has to be strong in all 7. And we have to prepare for all 7. That does not mean in case there is an alliance, we fight all 7. Suppose we suddenly get new, we believe we want New Delhi and South Delhi seats, and we prepare here. In the alliance, we get Chandni Chowk and West Delhi. And if we have not prepared there, how will we fight an election? Obviously, any self-respecting party, in case there is an alliance and before details of the alliance are worked out, will try and strengthen itself in the entire state. I mean, it's absolute. I think it's a no-brainer for anybody to think that. Only people who want to distort the truth, or kind of bring out things to kind of muddy the whole picture, or basically people who have no idea what truth and untruth is. Only those people will believe in these rumors.
हमारे हिंदुस्तान में इस्लाम सिर्फ, पर वैसे ही पूरा इस्लाम तो आया ही है 1500 साल पहले। हिंदू धर्म बहुत पुराना है, तो बाहर से आए होंगे 10-20, वो जब मुगलों के वक्त में उनकी फौज में थे। बाकी तो सब हिंदू से ही कन्वर्ट हुए हैं मुसलमान हिंदुस्तान में। और उसकी मिसाल हमारी कश्मीर में, कश्मीर में कौन था 600 साल पहले मुसलमान? सब कश्मीरी पंडित थे, सब वही इस्लाम कर गए, बन गए। तो मैंने कहा सब इसी धर्म में पैदा हुए।
public health. All political parties traveling from different parts.
Armed with facts,
Looking at political back.
she takes the news by its horns.
You think the future of these students are not hampered?
Fierce, bold and direct, setting the tone for the biggest stories from every corner and every angle. Expect nothing but the unfiltered truth.
News first, niceties later. Watch me, Nabila Jamal, on India Today.
अभी हालात कंट्रोल में है। जहां डैम से पानी छोड़ा गया है मैं उस जिले का कांगड़ा जिले का वैली का दौरा करने जा रहा हूं। वहां हमने कल प्रशासनिक अधिकारियों की ड्यूटी लगाई थी और हमारे चीफ सेक्रेटरी महोदय यहाँ पूरे सचिवालय में बैठ के मॉनिटर कर रहे हैं और फील्ड में जाकर मैं खुद फीडबैक भी ले रहा हूँ। तो मुझे लगता है कि स्थिति कंट्रोल में है।
यहाँ परिस्थिति यह है कि इस सारे एरिया में ऐसा लग रहा है कि ये बहुत सुरक्षित नहीं है, क्योंकि स्लाइडिंग जोन है ये, और स्ट्रक्चर जो बने हैं वो स्ट्रक्चर ऐसे हैं कि वो इतने मजबूत नहीं है, कभी भी इस तरह की घटना हो सकती है। मेरा तो यही है सरकार से इस बात की आग्रह कि तुरंत एक बात को लेकर के पहले प्रयास किया जाए, जो अनसेफ स्ट्रक्चर यहाँ हैं इस तरफ से उनको मुझे लगता है कि फॉर द टाइम बीइंग जो है उनको इवैक्यूएट करना चाहिए, सुरक्षित स्थान पर लोगों को ले जाना चाहिए। जिंदगी है तो सब कुछ है।
You've got a new alliance in the making, the India Party, and all of a sudden there's a lot of action in the opposition. But on the other hand, the Prime Minister says that this is actually a majboori ka alliance. How do you respond?
I don't want to comment on what the Prime Minister is saying, but I would say this is going to be a battle between idea of India, Gandhi's India, Nehru's India, Sardar Patel's India, and Godse's India, which the BJP wants to create. It's not about Hindu Rashtra, it's BJP Rashtra, Godse Rashtra that they want to create, because you can see the amount of hatred they are spreading everywhere from Manipur to know what's happening at this point of time. I mean, ordinary people are ready to take up guns to kill each other. This is something we had seen in Pakistan in Ziaul Haq's time, what is happening in India. This is something that is happening in Syria, where people say Allahu Akbar and then kill. Here they say Jai Shri Ram and lynch people. What's the difference now?
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
We have more news coming in. This afternoon, the Central Bureau of Investigation has approached the Supreme Court, challenging the bail granted to Lalu Prasad Yadav in the land for job scam case. A bench headed by Chief Justice of India to hear the case on the 25th of August is what we've been given to understand. This has got to do with the CBI heat on RJD Chief Lalu Yadav in the land for job scam case, in which the CBI has filed the charge sheet saying that candidates sold lands at a reduced rate to Lalu Yadav's family. Lalu Yadav has been out on bail, and that is what the CBI essentially is questioning or challenging, rather, the bail that has been given to RJD Supremo Lalu Yadav. The Central Bureau of Investigation has approached the Supreme Court, challenging the bail granted to Lalu Prasad Yadav in land for job scam case. A bench headed by the Chief Justice of India is to hear the case on the 25th day of August, is what we know. This is the land for job scam in which Lalu Yadav has been charge sheeted. Not just Lalu Yadav, there are others, including members of his family, who've been charge sheeted. CBI filing a charge sheet saying that candidates sold lands at a reduced rate to Lalu Yadav in return for jobs in the railways when Lalu Yadav was the railways minister. CBI heat on Lalu Yadav, where they're opposing the bail, in fact, that has been given to Lalu Yadav in the land for job scam. The case is going to be heard on the 25th of August by the Chief Justice of India. More news coming in. YSRTP Chief Y. Sharmila has been put on house arrest ahead of her Gajwel visit today. Sharmila stages a dharna at her residence, also her office at Lotus Pond in Hyderabad. Heated arguments between Y. Sharmila and police officials.
If the BRS party intends to create a havoc there, then why aren't the BRS party leaders arrested there? Why am I being house arrested here? How fair is this? Is this not the democratic country of India? Don't we live in a democracy? The police have to answer this. Chief Minister has to answer this. If the Chief Minister himself has addressed the problems of the Dalits in his own constituency, then I would not have needed to be fighting for the cause of the Dalits there. How fair is this?
We're getting in all the details as far as Y. Sharmila's house arrest is concerned now ahead of her visit to Gajwel constituency. She's been prevented from doing so and has been put under house arrest. She says, why should in fact I be put under house arrest, is what she's saying. The police in fact has put her under house arrest. She's protesting the police action, and she offered aarti to the police for not allowing her to visit. Earlier, she also sat, in fact, on a fast at a Lotus Pond house, which also is her office, denouncing the police action.
పోలీసులు మీకు ఎలాంటి
పోలీసులకు ఆరాధిస్తూ ఒక వినూత్నమైనటువంటి ప్రొటెస్ట్ చేసేటువంటి ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నారు గారు. మనం విజువల్స్ లో చూడొచ్చు. మనం అడ్డుకునేటువంటి పోలీసులకు
presented by Azad Telangana Party President Y. Sharmila when she made a bid to go to Tigul in Gajwel constituency. She was not allowed to move out of her house, and she's been put under house arrest. So this is what she did, as you see in these visuals, offering aarti to the police in protest. Now, the protesting police action in a novel way, that's what she did. She offered aarti to the police for not allowing her to visit Tigul. And she's also sat in a dharna at her home, which also works as her official residence there. She had announced her visit to Gajwel, where some Dalits in fact were holding a protest, alleging that they were not allotted the Dalit Bandhu scheme in spite of being eligible. They even burned the effigy of Chief Minister KCR, K. Chandrasekhar Rao. They had in fact invited Y. Sharmila to visit their village and question the government on this issue. Moving on, the Kota administration has adopted a very controversial approach to deal with the issue of the rise in the number of suicides. The Kota district administration has directed all hostels and paying guest accommodations there in the city to install spring-loaded ceiling fans to bring down incidents of student suicides. Springs in these ceiling fans are designed to uncoil the moment it detects a load, effectively detaching the fan from the ceiling and preventing hangings. The notice comes 2 days after an 18-year-old student preparing for JEE exams committed suicide or died by suicide here. But the idea didn't go down with people, as they believe that it would have been better if the institutes worked towards providing a healthy environment to ensure students not taking such drastic steps of quitting life there.
गाइडलाइन की पालना पहले भी हुई थी और वापस उस गाइडलाइन की पालना के लिए हमें बोला है कि जितने भी हॉस्टल में कमरे होते हैं उसके अंदर फैन हैंगिंग डिवाइस लगाया जाए। इसी को सबसे पहले हम ही लोग लेके आए थे। हमारी हॉस्टलेशन इस फैन हैंगिंग डिवाइस को लेके आई थी। बेंगलोर की एक कंपनी आई थी हमारे पास इस चीज़ को लेकर कि कोटा में कुछ आत्महत्याएँ बढ़ी हैं, तो उसको लेकर उन लोगों ने हमको डेमो दिया था कोटा शहर में आके। हॉस्टल जो हमारे क्षेत्र में आते हैं कोटा क्षेत्र में, उसकी तो हम लोग गाइडलाइन की पालना 90 से 95% हम लोग करवा चुके हैं और उसको लगवा भी चुके हैं इसको।
All right, so this is a bizarre sort of a diktat that is coming from the administration here in Kota, in fact, where there were several aspirants recently died by suicide. In fact, in this year alone, there are 22 cases of students taking their own lives in Kota. What's really happened here is that the administration has ordered the installation of spring-attached ceiling fans. Should there have not been much more done to ensure that these students, in fact, work and study in a healthy environment, instead of having this diktat of fans attached with springs here? 4 aspirants died by suicide, remember, in the month of August alone. Questions being raised about how this can be tackled with, how can this be dealt with. But the solution, it seems, authorities have in a bizarre fashion found in these ceiling fans which are attached with springs. Jay Kishan, in fact, has more details on that. Jay, this is bizarre. I mean, asking authorities and PG accommodations, hostels to put up fans with springs instead of working towards ensuring a healthy and a stressful and a less toxic environment for these students so that they don't push themselves, are not pushed really to kill themselves.
This seems to be a very very funny idea. Actually, this is a very serious problem. Kids are dying every 5th day in Kota in this 2023. 22 suicides since till August, and this kind of solution, it appears that they have obtained it from some social media reel or what. This is a serious problem. This is a web of a problem where institutions are involved, coaching facilities are involved, liquor shops are involved, addiction is involved, multiple stakeholders are there. Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot will be holding a meeting today at 5:30 p.m. at his residence on rising incidents of suicides in Kota. This is a complex problem. There's nothing to do with this fans only. Student starts his day with coaching, then homeworks, then revisions, then tests, then libraries. 16 hours a day a kid is spending average for studying in Kota. And you know what is adding more to that? The constant pressure by the faculties, by the parents, by their ecosystem, that if you are not cracking this NEET, you are not entering the top IITs, then your future is over. Second bigger problem to this issue is that, the another perspective is that the dummy schools. Government need to take some serious actions against this dummy schools. Schools are not only meant for studying, they are meant for different purpose. They are meant for your overall growth, from cultural activities, from your sports, how you mingle with in the social cycle with your people coming from different strata of the societies. These are for what schools are meant to be. You are destroying this.
All right, we're moving on now, getting in more details as far as the Jadavpur University protest is concerned. The BJP and TMC are at loggerheads in the state of West Bengal, where the ruckus that occurred outside the Jadavpur University campus just yesterday. The BJP and the RSF students clashed with each other after BJP leader Suvendu Adhikari was allegedly shown black flags. A trans student was brutally thrashed in this protest. The ruling TMC has now slammed the opposition leader, Suvendu Adhikari, accusing him of creating ruckus outside the university. TMC has further alleged that Suvendu verbally accused or abused the police and students. BJP Suvendu reacted to the TMC's claim, saying that he was attacked by miscreants of the Revolutionary Students' Federation or RSF, adding that these people have made Jadavpur University a den of anti-national and anti-social activities.
The extreme left wing, these people, they are disturbing the atmosphere of Jadavpur University. And BJP, rather, we don't have any connection with that university. We just actually hold a protest against this murder. And I don't know what is the reason behind it, that they want to show the black flag to our respected leader of opposition. And they did these things, and this is happening due to the tacit understanding between the TMC and these extreme left wing. They have been used to make a propaganda that no vote to BJP. This campaign was lost by these extreme left, and they have a tacit understanding with the Mamata Banerjee. That's why Mamata Banerjee then is not interested, our government is not interested to recover the situation there, and they indirectly supporting this extreme left wing, giving galis to the students. That is the actual BJP culture, because we have seen Modi has cleaned JNU. That you also have that footage. How JNU was cleaned after BJP government came into power at center. Mamata Bandyopadhyay came into power in 2011, but she never tried to bulldoze her way in the institute like Jadavpur University. Everyone knows Jadavpur University is the citadel of left and ultra-left. So, about this ragging, about this situation inside the hostels and inside the campus, the left and the ultra-left, they are supposed to take responsibility. But where BJP comes, they went there to take the advantage of the situation, and they were doing politics, and at the end, the total fiasco, Suvendu Adhikari was abusing the student itself.
Anirban continues to be with us. Anirban, in the politics of all of this, unfortunately, one life is lost, and that seems to be completely forgotten. The family continues to demand justice. But look at the manner in which the TMC and the BJP are clashing on this one issue from Jadavpur University.
Well, Sneha, see that a student has died allegedly after falling from the balcony of the Jadavpur University hostel campus. After that, the situation got volatile as the student federations, the students' unions of various parties were started protesting just right outside the Jadavpur police station, as also inside the Jadavpur University campus. But the situation unfolded yesterday that Suvendu Adhikari, the leader of opposition of West Bengal, has visited just outside the Jadavpur University campus, and he said he has been showed black flag by the students of Jadavpur University, by the Students' Federation. After that, the situation got volatile and the incident unfolded where Suvendu Adhikari's security has already protected him, and they are being alleged by the students that they are being attacked by the Suvendu Adhikari's security. And after that, there is a volatile situation in the university campus as well, and also the students were alleging that the politics is being overruled, the politics is being overcarried by the political leaders, as they are demanding justice for the students as well, and they want that he should get justice, as Kolkata police has already arrested the 9, and already the investigation is going on, the interrogation is going on by the Kolkata police. Sneha.
All right, I'm going to thank you, Anirban, for getting us up to speed with those developments from Jadavpur University. In other news, a major terror plot was foiled in Uttar Pradesh. The Special Task Force has arrested a man from UP Shamli district for his alleged involvement in planning terror and anti-national activities with the help of Pakistan's secret agency ISI. As per sources, the suspect had returned from Pakistan and was in regular touch with ISI handlers. He even smuggled weapons from Pakistan. India today has managed to access the explosive chats between Kalim and ISI handlers here. The chat suggests that Kalim had shared details about Indian Army bases and even that of Rafales. Moving on, roadblocks are being cleared for Mumbai terror attacks accused Tahir Rana extradition to India. US court has denied the writ of habeas corpus filed by Pakistani origin Canadian businessman Tahir Rana, paving way for US Secretary of State Antony Blinken to issue a certificate for him to be extradited to India. Rana facing a trial for his alleged involvement in the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks case. However, Rana has filed an appeal against the order and sought a stay on his extradition to India till the time his appeal in the 9th Circuit Court is heard. Indian authorities allege that Rana conspired with his childhood friend David Coleman Headley to assist the Pakistan terror group Lashkar-e-Toiba in orchestrating the terror attacks in Mumbai in 2008. NIA is probing Rana's role in these attacks, the 26/11 attacks. NIA has said it is ready to initiate proceedings to bring him to India through diplomatic channels.
We are committed to confronting terrorism across the world, and we continue to call for those involved in the 2008 Mumbai attacks to be brought to justice. We are committed to confronting terrorism across the world, and we continue to call for those involved in the 2008 Mumbai attacks to be brought to justice.
Let's take a quick check at news from different parts of the country that have been hit by monsoons. Heavy downpour increased the water levels of multiple rivers in Uttarakhand. Several water bodies are overflowing. In one such incident, a truck crossing the Kota river in Uttarakhand got trapped in the high flow of water. In neighbouring Himachal Pradesh, heavy rainfall has triggered landslides in multiple locations. In Shimla, NDRF teams continue their search and rescue operations in the landslide-affected areas. Rain-related havoc in Himachal Pradesh has claimed more than 70 lives. Search and rescue operations continue at one of the most devastating landslides that hit the summer hill areas of Shimla. In Mandi, in Himachal Pradesh, drone footage shows the level of destruction caused by multiple landslides. Multiple houses and other infrastructure were damaged after heavy rains, which triggered landslides. Monsoon is wreaking havoc in Punjab as well. Water from Pong Dam has entered several villages, leaving behind a trail of destruction. NDRF teams rescued at least 300 people from flooded villages in Punjab's Kapurthala district. Nearly 50 villages in the BS catchment area in Gurdaspur district and over 15 villages in Rupar district have been flooded following the release of dam water. Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann took a toll of the flood situation in the state on Thursday and assured all possible help. Meanwhile, Congress has slammed Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann. Congress leader Pratap Singh Bajwa said that situation on the ground is worse and this is the time for the Punjab Chief Minister to practice what he has been preaching, adding he must announce a relief package instantly.
हर वक्त संपर्क दे विच हां हिमाचल गवर्नमेंट नाल बीबीएमबी नाल साडे अफसर हर वक्त उन्हां दे संपर्क च ने कोई जिहड़ी है खतरे वाली गल नहीं कोई सनसनी फैलाउण वाली गल नहीं कोई घबराहट वाली गल नहीं जिहड़े नीवें इलाके ने उत्थे पानी आया पहले भी आया सी सो पोंग डैम जिहड़ा है वो इस वक्त खतरे के निशान तो 6 फुट ऊपर है पर कोई गल नहीं वो जिहड़ा है वो डैम जिहड़ा है वो पहला ये तो भी 10-10 फुट ऊपर रहा है और सेफ्टी है।
जो आसपास के गांव में जहां पानी है और रेस्क्यू की ज़रूरत है वहां पे हमारी टीम आ चुकी है। अभी हमारी टोटल 4 टीमें हैं 4 बोट के साथ अलग अलग गांव में जा रही है वो और हमारा मेन मकसद है गाँव वालों तक राशन पानी पहुँचाना और जो लोग बाहर आना चाहते हैं जिनके घरों में पानी है जिनके घरों में राशन सप्लाई ख़त्म हो रही है उन सभी लोगों को बाहर तक रेस्क्यू करके लाना और उनको रेस्क्यू कैंप में भेजना।
पानी का बहुत ज़्यादा बहाव है इस टाइम हाले तो कोई मेरे लग रही है पानी घट दे बाकी सरकारें कोई साथ नहीं दे रही जी ये लोकल जनता सारी आप लगी हुई है अपनी मेहनत आप करते पे कोई सरकारों का रोल नहीं है।
It's time for a quick break. Here on the other side. Government orders probe in 40% commission allegations by contractors. Karnataka government orders retired judge monitoring probe into 40% allegations that have been made in the past.
Criteria for the Prime Minister to be that he should be illiterate, then he can become the Prime Minister. That he should not have no vision except, how the Gaurakshaks should lynch people in the name of Shri Ram. Is that the vision? I think Rahul Gandhi definitely has a much better vision for this country than these Gaurakshaks and other people that, are ruling the country at this point of time. So I think he's educated, very well educated. He has knowledge about everything. I had a, very brief interaction with him and he could talk on all topics. And secondly, he does not seem to be bothered whether he becomes the Prime Minister or not. What is, keeping him on his toes is how to save the idea of India for which Gandhi laid his life. His great-great-grandfather went to jail. His grandmother gave her life. His father gave his life. So I think that is his passion at this point of time. And I think what more do you need in a Prime Minister, if he has a passion to save the idea of India? That's much more important than even becoming the Prime Minister of this country.
ये अभी हालात कंट्रोल में है। जहां डैम से पानी छोड़ा गया है मैं उस जिले का कांगड़ा जिले का वैली का दौरा करने जा रहा हूं। वहां हमने कल प्रशासनिक अधिकारियों की ड्यूटी लगाई थी और हमारे चीफ सेक्रेटरी महोदय यहाँ पूरे सचिवालय में बैठ के मॉनिटर कर रहे हैं और फील्ड में जाकर मैं खुद फीडबैक भी ले रहा हूँ। तो मुझे लगता है कि स्थिति कंट्रोल में है।
यहाँ परिस्थिति यह है कि इस सारे एरिया में ऐसा लग रहा है कि ये बहुत सुरक्षित नहीं है क्योंकि स्लाइडिंग जोन है ये और स्ट्रक्चर जो बने हैं वो स्ट्रक्चर ऐसे हैं कि वो इतने मजबूत नहीं है। कभी भी इस तरह की घटना हो सकती है। मेरा तो यही है सरकार से इस बात की आग्रह कि तुरंत एक बात को लेकर के पहले प्रयास किया जाए। जो अनसेफ स्ट्रक्चर जहाँ हैं इस तरफ से उनको मुझे लगता है कि फॉर द टाइम बीइंग जो है उनको इवैक्यूएट करना चाहिए। सुरक्षित स्थान पर लोगों को ले जाना चाहिए। जिंदगी है तो सब कुछ है।
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 40 and minimum 30 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 30 and minimum 27 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 32 and minimum 26 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 30 and minimum 22 degrees. Chennai, maximum 35 and minimum 26 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 27 and minimum 22 degrees.
If you look the hindsight of it, it is very clear that the Congress government in Karnataka wants to please their ally, who is part of India, the so-called India, INDIA, DMK, and they have yielded to the pressure of DMK against the interest of the people of Karnataka. This is what is going to happen if INDA comes to power. So the interest of Karnataka will be jeopardized 100%, and people of Karnataka, more so Kaveri Basin people, will fight for it.
ರೈತರು ನಮ್ಮ ರೈತರು ಯಾಕೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟರು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬೀಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯ ಬೀಗ ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿಯವ್ರ ಕೈಲಿ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೈಲಿ ಬೀಗ ಇದೆ. ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿಯವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾನೂನು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನಾವು ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟು ಯಾರ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಈಗ ನೀರು, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಈಗ ಬೇಡ.
ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಳೆ ಕೊರತೆ ಆಗಿದೆ.
ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಇಡೀ 30 ವರ್ಷ 40 ವರ್ಷ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಈ ವರ್ಷನೇ ನಮಗೆ ಮಳೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ರೈತರು ನಾವು ಮತ್ತೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
Net employee addition has dropped a combined 135% at TCS, Wipro and HCL Tech. This means where the companies had added 31,000 employees this quarter last year, this year they've seen a fall of nearly 11,000 employees. This is in line with the muted financial numbers shared by these companies. Akanksha Chaturvedi gets us a deep dive into this trend. A closer look. Akanksha?
That is right, Abha. Hiring across major Indian IT companies has dampened in Q1 FY24 as compared to the year-ago quarter. If we take a close look at the numbers, we see that TCS only added around 500 people to the company in Q1 FY24, while this number was over 28 times bigger last year. TCS added over 14,000 employees in Q1 FY23. At Wipro, this trend seems to have worsened. In Q1 FY24, Wipro's headcount actually reduced by around 8,000 employees, while in Q1 FY23, they had added over 15,000 people to the organization. HCL Tech was also in line with this trend. The company's headcount went down by over 2,500 people in Q1 FY24, whereas they had added around 2,100 people in the year-ago quarter. This slowdown is in line with the broader slowdown in the industry, which is caused by the cutbacks in IT and discretionary spending across the world.
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 40 and minimum 30 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 30 and minimum 27 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 32 and minimum 26 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 30 and minimum 22 degrees. Chennai, maximum 35 and minimum 26 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 27 and minimum 22 degrees.
You've worked with your father. Just wanted to understand which is your personal favorite amongst all those.
Oh gosh. Wow, nobody's ever asked me that. Any opportunity you get to just be in the same frame as the great Amitabh Bachchan is a memory of a lifetime. You find it difficult to just process the fact that he's Amitabh Bachchan, but he's also my father.
Nothing has changed. We like Gadar, then we love Gadar today. Superb.
I was very lucky that an ex-cricketer Murli Karthik came to train me.
Still have that itch of going back to the field?
Listen, I have had the wonderful opportunity of acting in a film with Mr. Bachchan. How many people can say that they've done that?
Very good afternoon. You're watching Lunch Break. I'm Sneha Murdani. A quick check of the top stories in this edition first. Scandal quakes Unacademy. Teacher gives vote gyan, gets fired. Unacademy fires this teacher, stoking a huge controversy. Sextortion racket run by Mumbai model busted in Bengaluru. Men trapped and blackmailed with sex videos coerced into marriage conversion extortion. Maharashtra MLA's armed twist Chief Minister Shinde for cabinet berths. Shinde MLA claimed one MLA blackmail and a wife will kill herself if he doesn't get a cabinet berth. Bizarre solution to Kota suicides. Student suicides on the rise. Officials fix these fans. Kota witnessed over 22 suicides in the year 2023 alone. Shocker from Mumbai train station. Couple beats up man on railway tracks and train runs him over. Protests in Jadavpur University turn ugly after students show black flags to Suvindu Adhikari. TMC claims BJP goons thrashed the students. And we have some news just coming in. Let's go straight to developments from Karnataka, where Veer Savarkar controversy in Karnataka school has broken out. Students shouted Jai Savarkar slogans. Locals object to Jai Savarkar slogans. Teacher forced to apologize for these slogans is what we know. Naga Chandwarkanath has more on that. Naga, what really happened there? I believe it's a school in Dakshin Kannada.
This is a school in Dakshin Kannada district, Bandpal Taluk. This is a government school, and during Independence Day celebrations, the students in the prayer parade, you can see them shouting slogans in favor of the freedom fighters, and one student starts shouting Jai Veer Savarkar, and everyone starts shouting Jai Veer Savarkar, and the locals objected, saying how can the school permit such things to happen on the premises? Then the teacher had to apologize, and the teacher video has also gone viral, where she's on the stage talking to the audience in the public, saying that how could you make it viral? It was internal, it was among the students and the teacher community. Why would anyone shoot this and make it viral and make it controversial? Now we'll have to give an explanation. That's the thing that the teacher has put out a video. The local district officials are looking into it as to what exactly has happened. The education department taking cognizance as to looking into what exactly has happened. Was it just an on-off incident, or was there any instructions from the schools? And that is the angle that the education department is looking at right now.
All right, Naga, be with us. I just want to come back to Infa for more developments from the state of Karnataka, and this has got to do with the controversy over the 40% commission charges. The Congress government in the state is to constitute a committee to probe into the 40% commission charge against the previous BJP government. The government is to prove allegations of bribery, corruption, irregularities of the Mumbai government. Karnataka State Contractors Association had written a letter to the Prime Minister also regarding the 40% commission allegations to carry out works. The government works rather during the Mumbai government when the BJP government was in power in the state a few months ago. However, there was no inquiry conducted in this regard. BJP says it wasn't afraid of any probe, asking the committees to also probe corruption during the Congress's tenure. Former Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy has mocked the Congress's move, saying it is bogus. It is a bogus probe rather to invoke fear in the BJP.
I feel and I urge upon them to cover all this investigation, to cover all these charges against them in the present Judicial Commission. That will send a very good signal. Even previously during their tenure, there are a lot of charges. Probably they should cover during their previous tenure, and as well as in these 3 months, there has been a lot of charges. Even those charges also can be covered under this present Judicial Commission. That will, open up the space or an opportunity to ensure there is a probity in the public life, and ensuring that the present government stands for a corruption-free government. So I call upon them to cover the date, allow the date even till today. Whatever charges has come on this present government should be covered in this Judicial Commission.
Very same Nagmohan Das, when previous Siddaramaia's government was in power, he only given one report for the government. What is the decision taken by the action taken by Siddaramaia's government at that time? These are all bogus.
Do you think it's vindicated?
These are all bogus investigation It will not going to help food to anything. They are creating fear for BJP friends. For this actually this kind of thing is happening. Nothing will happen.
% कमीशन जो एलिगेशन था बीजेपी के खिलाफ, उसके खिलाफ एक इन्वेस्टिगेशन ऑर्डर किया है। रिटायर्ड हाई कोर्ट सिटिंग जज नागमोहन दास को कमेटी चेयरमैन बना के इन्वेस्टिगेशन चालू किया है। इसको कैसे देखेंगे सर?
पुराना भी आपका भी, अब जो आया है ना वो भी मिला लो, बोलो टिल टुडे अभी तक बिल जो बाकी है, किस किस को बिल दिए हैं वो भी मिला के इंक्वायरी कराओ बोलो।
You have ordered for an inquiry on 40% commission charges headed by Nagmohan Das committee, the retired judge Nagmohan Das. What is exactly?
I don't want to comment that. As far as corporation is concerned, I have identified a few officers. They are looking at. We will definitely look at all the payments and everything. Where works have been done, definitely will pay.
40% commission, sir. You have ordered for an inquiry on that.
My chief minister will comment on that.
Nagarjun Dwarkanath is with us. Elections are done and dusted, but this matter, this allegation of 40% commission Sarkar refuses to leave the BJP. Now allegations that the contractors had actually written to the Prime Minister's office. Naga?
Well, 3 months after the whole elections are done, remember back then the Congress in opposition had taken up the 40% PCM campaign. Today they have officially put an investigation into place. Retired Justice Nagmohan Das will head the committee. We look at all the documents of tenders during the BJP tenure and how much payment was done. If they'll also talk to contractors, if they have any evidence, audio, video evidences as well, to look at what money was released and what work was done, calculate and do the proper numbers and then present it before the government for a final conclusion result. But what the opposition is saying is that why only the tenure of BJP government? Put in the last 3 months because contractors still alleging that the Congress government is also taking money. Also include the previous Siddaramaiah tenure. It should be past 10 years, including this 3 months, and not just only the last 4 years, is what the opposition is saying. Kumaraswamy went on to say that it is just a tactic to threaten the BJP and it's a bogus investigation.
All right. Naga, I'm going to thank you for getting us up to speed with those developments from Karnataka. More news coming in. Our leader defends Unacademy teacher who was fired, says BJP feels word illiterate is against the government. Gopal Rai says BJP created a reign of terror. The teacher is sacked fearing action from agencies, is what has been said by Gopal Rai of the Aam Aadmi Party.
देखिए, पूरे देश के अंदर जिस तरह से भाजपा की केंद्र सरकार ने अपने एजेंसियों को दुरुपयोग करके जिस तरह का एक दहशत का माहौल बनाया हुआ है, उसमें हर कोई डरा हुआ है और उस डर का परिणाम ये दिख रहा है कि हर कोई अपने को बचाना चाहता है। मुझे लगता है कि कोई भी अगर ये बात कहता है कि पढ़े लिखे लोगों को वोट दें, तो अब ये पढ़े लिखे शब्द जो है ऐसा फील होने लगा है कि ये सत्ता विरोध का प्रतीक बनता जा रहा है और मुझे लगता है कि इंस्टीट्यूट इसी दहशत में आकर के निकालने का फैसला लिया होगा, क्योंकि ये संभव है कि जिस इंस्टीट्यूट के टीचर ने ये कहा कल सीबीआई और ईडी पहुंच जाए और उस इंस्टीट्यूट को तबाह कर दे, तो एक दहशत का जो माहौल है, मुझे लगता है उसका परिणाम इस घटना में दिख रहा है। धीरे धीरे लग रहा है कि सरकार ऐसे मान बैठी है कि ये उसके खिलाफ यूज किया जा रहा है।
So what is this controversy really about? Remember, tech firm Unacademy is the latest to be rocked by a scandal. A former tutor was allegedly fired by Unacademy for asking voters to vote wisely in the next election, while Unacademy claims the teacher Karan Sangwan was let off as personal opinions are not allowed in the classrooms. Netizens have launched a mass uninstall campaign against the Unacademy app.
लेकिन एक चीज याद रखना, अगली बार जब भी अपना वोट दो, किसी पढ़े लिखे इंसान को अपना वोट देना, ताकि
This video of Karan Sangwan urging his students to vote for padha likha or educated politicians has cost him his job.
लेकिन एक चीज याद रखना,
Days after the video went viral, Sangwan's employer, Unacademy, which faced backlash from BJP supporters, sacked the entrance coach.
कुछ दिनों से एक वीडियो बहुत ज़्यादा वायरल हो रही है और जिस वीडियो की वजह से मैं कंट्रोवर्सी में आ गया हूँ और उस कंट्रोवर्सी की वजह से मेरे काफ़ी सारे स्टूडेंट्स जो कि जुडिशियल सर्विस एग्जामिनेशंस के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं उनको काफ़ी सारे कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस फेस करने पड़े। साथ ही साथ में मुझे तो करने ही हैं कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस, मैं कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस काफ़ी सारे फेस कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि मेरे पास भी बहुत सारे मेरे पेरेंट्स हैं।
In the viral video, Sangwan can be heard advising students vote for a literate politician and not ones who only changes names.
अगली बार जब भी अपना वोट दो।
Many on the net claimed the comment was targeted at Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
दोबारा जीवन में ना झेलना पड़े।
Sangwan's comment sparked a political controversy. Reacting to the video, Aam Aadmi Party Supremo Kejriwal went on to say that illiterate public representatives can never build modern India of 21st century. Congress too jumped in the fray and raised questions over the sudden termination of educator Karan Sangwan. The Grand Old Party went on to say that teachers in the country are facing this humiliation. Breaking silence on the issue, Unacademy issued a statement saying, "Classroom is not a place to share personal opinions and views as they can wrongly influence students." The edtech firm further said that it was forced to part ways with Karan Sangwan as he was in breach of the code of conduct. However, the firing of the teacher has split the netizens, with many coming out in support of Karan Sangwan. There are others who believe he should have been let off with a warning. Bureau Report, India Today.
In other news, arm twisting by Shinde Sena MLAs and ministries comes to light amid delays in Maharashtra cabinet expansion. Shinde Sena MLA Bharat Shet Gogawale has claimed several Shinde Sena MLAs had used emotional blackmail and threats to bag cabinet berths. Also spoke about an instance where an MLA threatened that his wife would die by suicide if he didn't become a minister, while another warned that Narayan Rane will finish him off if he failed to become a minister. Several others have threatened to resign immediately after the swearing-in ceremony is what Gogawale is claiming, also saying that he too had sacrificed his ministerial aspirations after Chief Minister Eknath Shinde asked MLAs to understand the situation and compromise to accommodate others in this.
बिल्डिंग 9 मध्ये माझा नंबर होता, 9 मध्ये आमचा नंबर होता, सगळं झालं. एक जण आला बाहेर बोला जर माझ्या जर मला मंत्रिपद दिलं नाही तर बोला माझी बायको आत्महत्या करत. वा रे वा, आमच्या बायका फक्त अशाच राहिल्या. एक जण आला बोला जर मला नाही दिलं तर नारायण राणे मला संपून टाकतील. एक जण बोला आम्हाला देत नाही ना तुम्हाला मी 12 वाजता राजीनामा देतो. दुपारी 12 वाजता म्हणजे 9 लोकांचं मंत्रिपदाची शपथ झाली तर 12 वाजता मी राजीनामा देतो. तो मुख्यमंत्री आले अडचणीत.
तभी की बात थी वो जब हम लोग सरकार बनाने जा रहे थे, तभी की बात है, अभी की कभी की बात नहीं.
क्या बात थी सर, किस तरह का प्रेशर था एकनाथ जी पर?
नहीं, प्रेशर का सवाल नहीं था. अभी 12 आदमी मांग रहे थे और 9 जगह थी, ये बात थी, बाकी कुछ नहीं.
नहीं तो आपने तो एक आध किस्से बताए हैं. एक में आपने बताया है कि एक एमएलए की बीवी ने आत्महत्या करने की धमकी दे दी थी. दूसरा एमएलए कह रहा था कि नारायण राणे मेरे को खत्म कर देगा अगर मैं मंत्री नहीं बन गया तो. तीसरा एमएलए कह रहा था कि मैं रेजिग्नेशन दे दूंगा. ये कौन थे सर और क्या था यह किस्सा?
बोल दिया अभी जब हुआ था तब का किस्सा हम लोग ने बताया था, बाकी कुछ नहीं था.
Mustafa is getting us more details on that story. Mustafa, this is bizarre, sometimes tragic really, given that this is the kind of helplessness that is being expressed by MLAs and there is so much pressure on the Chief Minister to give away berths. There is blackmail, there is emotional blackmail, even threat of a suicide here.
Well, yes, Sneha, Bharat Gogavle is one of the MLAs who has looked at a person who was promised ministerial berth, but he didn't get it. And there was no cabinet expansion in Maharashtra, but 9 ministers from Ajit Pawar's camp was added as ministers, and they were added as cabinet ministers. So that is something which has led to a rift between the Shinde camp MLAs who were eyeing ministerial posts, and nowhere in sight there is a ministerial expansion. So while speaking at one of the programs which was organized, Bharat Gogavle was saying that when this change in government happened a year back, his name was there in the list of people who were becoming ministers. But then there were some MLAs who came and said if they don't become a minister, then they will be finished off by their opponents. Some said that their wife will commit suicide, and these were the reasons given according to Gogavle, due to which these people were made ministers and Bharat Gogavle was not made a minister. So this is coming from a person who was he was eyeing a ministerial post, but he's yet to get it, and there is a lot of disheartening and what we can say commotion between the current government of Maharashtra, because the way NCP was added, the party workers, cadres are disturbed about their future, and also the current sitting MLAs are waiting for a cabinet expansion to happen so that they can become a minister before the next elections. Back to you.
Right, Mustafa, thanking you for getting us up to speed with that. So arm twisting is what we are seeing in the state of Maharashtra. More news from Maharashtra, and this has got to do with a shocking incident that has come to the forefront from Mumbai city, where a 26-year-old man died after he was crushed between a moving train and the railway platform at Mumbai's Sion station. Images caught on CCTV camera shows that the victim, identified as one Dinesh, bumped into the woman on the platform, after which a heated argument took place. The woman Sheetal was then seen hitting Dinesh repeatedly with her umbrella. Soon after, her husband Avinash slapped Dinesh, who lost balance and fell into the tracks. In this incident, the MSRTC employee died during treatment at the hospital. Meanwhile, police has registered a case of culpable homicide and arrested the accused woman Sheetal and her husband Avinash, and is probing the whole matter.
On August 13 in Mumbai at the Sion railway station, which is exactly where we are at the platform number 1 right behind me, you can see a bizarre incident took place where a 26-year-old youth lost his life. However, it is very important to note that the husband and wife couple who are accused in this case have been booked for sections of culpable homicide not amounting to murder and common intention, after the lady accused, Sheetal Mane, who she thought that the victim Dinesh Rathod, a 26-year-old man from Ghansoli, accidentally brushed past her, and he thought that when she thought that he was molesting her, which is why she began assaulting him with his umbrella. However, just a few meters ahead on this very railway station, her husband Avinash Mane, who was waiting to board a train in the male compartment, saw this happening, and he also works as a bouncer, came and started slapping and landed a few blows, which is what really led to the deceased victim Rathod falling onto the tracks and losing his life. It was very, very late by the time the fellow bystanders from the platform tried to signal the moving train, but it was too late. The lady also, Sheetal Mane, tried to signal to the loco pilot to slow down, but he was too fast, of course, at that time, and there was hardly any reaction time. And Dinesh Rathod, the deceased victim, was caught under the train. He was dragged and instantly died on the spot. However, they say that he was taken to Sion Hospital for further treatment but was declared dead on arrival. With cameraman Mahesh More, Dev Kotak for India Today, Mumbai.
Dev Kotak with that detailed report. With that, it's time for a quick break. On the other side, protest in Jadavpur University turns ugly after students show black flags to Suvindu Adhikari. TMC claims BJP goons thrashed the students.
A viral video for 2 people to be arrested after 77 days. How did the situation spiral out in Haryana so dangerously out of control? Where was the police? Fawzia ji, I promised you, ek din aapka beta aayega.
Yeah, the promise is fulfilled. Thankful to you.
Fitness certificate के बगैर bridge reopen करना, ये किसकी जवाबदेही सर? a 3-time MLA, is beaten up in Imphal almost to death.
Till today, my tears can't stop. I'm eagerly waiting for my husband's recovery.
The beating heart of every story is on News Today. With me, Rajdeep Sardesai, Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. only on India Today TV.
Battle for Kaveri water heats up. After dithering for a long time, Karnataka is now all set to release water to Tamil Nadu.
ರೈತರು ನಮ್ಮ ರೈತರು ಯಾಕೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟರು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬೀಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಇದೆಯಾ ಬೀಗ ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿಯವ್ರ ಕೈಲಿದೆ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀಗ ಇದೆ ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿಯವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾನೂನು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ.
The move comes after Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin knocked on the doors of the Supreme Court demanding the state's share of water. The Karnataka BJP has upped the ante against the Siddaramaiah government, branding the decision to release water as a crime.
So, government of Karnataka has failed to protect its interest, its water interest, its interest of the farmers, its interest of the drinking water, especially Bangalore and other towns in Kaveri Basin. They are slept over. Now, in the garb of legal thing, they are trying to release water. CM said categorically they are not going to release. Yes. But Deputy CM is saying that it is compulsion. I don't see any compulsions in that. The only compulsion might be the political compulsion.
JDS leader H.D. Kumaraswamy called it betrayal of farmers.
Actually, today I am really surprised about the Karnataka government decision, because the Tamil Nadu government, when they approached Supreme Court to give direction to Karnataka government to release 37 TMC of water in this month. But we are facing severe problem of water here, our farmers, even for drinking also. In future days, drinking water also severe problem will be there for even Bangalore city.
Meanwhile, Karnataka farmers are on the war path against release of Kaveri water, claiming there isn't sufficient water for them.
ಇವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ನೀರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ತಮಿಳುನಾಡು ನೀರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಈ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ರೈತರು ಆತ್ಮಹತ್ಯೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ.
As the decades-old Kaveri water dispute reignites, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu are at the loggerheads once again. Bureau Report, India Today.
You've worked with your father. Just wanted to understand which is your personal favorite amongst all those.
Oh gosh. Wow, nobody's ever asked me that. Any opportunity you get to just be in the same frame as the great Amitabh Bachchan is a memory of a lifetime. You find it difficult to just process the fact that he's Amitabh Bachchan, but he's also my father. A thing has changed. We like Gadar then, we love Gadar now today. Superb.
I was very lucky that an ex-cricketer Murli Karthik came to train me.
Still have that itch of going back to the field?
Listen, I have had the wonderful opportunity of acting in a film with Mr. Bachchan. How many people can say that they've done that?
अभी हालात कंट्रोल में है. जहां डैम से पानी छोड़ा गया है मैं उस जिले का कांगड़ा जिले का वैली का दौरा करने जा रहा हूं. वहां हमने कल प्रशासनिक अधिकारियों की ड्यूटी लगाई थी और हमारे चीफ सेक्रेटरी महोदय यहाँ पूरे सचिवालय में बैठ के मॉनिटर कर रहे हैं और फील्ड में जाकर मैं खुद फीडबैक भी ले रहा हूँ। तो मुझे लगता है कि स्थिति कंट्रोल में है।
यहाँ परिस्थिति यह है कि इस सारे एरिया में ऐसा लग रहा है कि ये बहुत सुरक्षित नहीं है, क्योंकि स्लाइडिंग जोन है ये, और स्ट्रक्चर जो बने हैं वो स्ट्रक्चर ऐसे हैं कि वो इतने मजबूत नहीं है, कभी भी इस तरह की घटना हो सकती है। मेरा तो यही है सरकार से इस बात की आग्रह कि तुरंत एक बात को लेकर के पहले प्रयास किया जाए, जो अनसेफ स्ट्रक्चर जहाँ हैं इस तरफ से उनको, मुझे लगता है कि फॉर द टाइम बीइंग जो है उनको इवैक्यूएट करना चाहिए, सुरक्षित स्थान पर लोगों को ले जाना चाहिए। जिंदगी है तो सब कुछ है।
A message went across that Congress is preparing itself to contest alone in 2024 elections as far as Delhi is concerned, despite they are in talk with Aam Aadmi parties as a part of India alliance. So how do you look at this, how this message percolated after this particular meeting?
Well, you ask those who percolated this message, and you ask Aam Aadmi, who jumps at every occasion. The problem with Aam Aadmi party is they neither verify truth, nor do they know the difference between total lies and truth, because they themselves have lived lies all their life. And I'm saying this openly. I mean, it's the most untrustworthy bunch of people, including their supreme leader. What is the condition? There are 7 seats in Delhi, right? Congress has to be strong in all 7. And we have to prepare for all 7. That does not mean in case there is an alliance, we fight all 7. Suppose we suddenly get new, we believe we want New Delhi and South Delhi seats, and we prepare here. In the alliance, we get Chandni Chowk and West Delhi. And if we have not prepared there, how will we fight an election? Obviously, any self-respecting party, in case there is an alliance and before details of the alliance are worked out, will try and strengthen itself in the entire state. I mean, it's absolute. I think it's a no-brainer for anybody to think that. Only people who want to distort the truth or kind of bring out things to kind of muddy the whole picture, or basically people who have no idea what truth and untruth is. Only those people will believe in these rumors.
Are you only consuming health, wellness and fitness content online?
Internet is not a viable source. The same thing is when you get a fever and you search on Google, it will possibly show you that you have cancer.
It's important for us all to display our credential if we're going to be on social media, because it brings a responsibility.
Health 360 is driving a whole conversation about the rise of the health influencer in India and what really should we keep in mind before we consume their content. Watch the show at these times only on India Today Television. Some news just coming in from Bhopal, where former Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister and Congress leader Kamal Nath and party workers show posters alleging 50% commission corruption against Madhya Pradesh government there. Just ahead of elections in the state, these are posters that are being held up by the Congress party, saying that the BJP government in the state of Madhya Pradesh, being led by Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan, is corrupt. 50% commission posters have been put up against the government. These are allegations that have been coming in from the Congress party as far as corruption in the state of Madhya Pradesh is concerned, where they say the incumbent BJP government is guilty of being corrupt. 50% commission is what they're charging. to get work done, to get government to work done in the state of Madhya Pradesh. As what the Congress has said, just ahead of elections, with the MP Congress now mocking Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Some news just coming in. Local journalist Bimal Yadav of Araria was shot dead. The four men came to the residence of journalist and woke him up and shot him in the chest. He died on the spot itself, as we know. There's been an uproar after this murder. A journalist in Bihar has been shot dead. This incident is being reported from Araria in Bihar, where a journalist, in fact pictures of whom you see on your screens, was shot dead. The journalist goes by the name of Bimal Yadav. His from Araria was shot dead. Four men, in fact, came to the residence of the journalist and woke him up and shot him in the chest.
दुख की बात हो तो देख रहा है पुलिस, कोई किसी के बारे में हुआ है, अभी एक न्यूज आया, तुरंत हमने अधिकारियों को कह दिया कि क्या हुआ है जी, इस तरह से हुआ, हमको बड़ा दुख हुआ। हम यहाँ आने के पहले देखे हैं न्यूज में, तो हमको लगा कि भाई कैसे किसी पत्रकार का हुआ, तो हमने तुरंत अधिकारियों को कहा इसको देखिए, और मुझे बहुत दुख हुआ कि कैसे किसी की हो गया।
देखिए, अत्यंत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है। जहाँ तक कल तक अपराधी को चिंता होती थी, जब से ये घमंडिया गठबंधन और महागठबंधन की सरकार बनी है नीतीश कुमार के नेतृत्व में, लालू प्रसाद जी के नेतृत्व में, तब से पुलिस वाले मारे जा रहे हैं और अब पत्रकार भी मारे जा रहे हैं। लोकतंत्र पूरी तरह खतरे में है बिहार, और बिहार में लोकतंत्र समाप्त हो रहे हैं। अब पत्रकार मारे जाएंगे, पुलिस वाले मारे जाएंगे और अपराधी सरेआम घूमते रहेंगे। ये नीतीश कुमार की सरकार है।
4 अपराधकर्मी उनके दरवाजे पे पहुंचते हैं और आवाज़ देते हैं, आवाज़ देने पर निकलते हैं घर से बाहर और उनको गोली मार के और फरार हो जाते हैं। घटनास्थल पर ही उनकी मृत्यु हो जाती है। रक्षा में उनके शव को पोस्टमार्टम हाउस बुलाया गया। घटनास्थल पर FSL डॉग स्क्वाड बुलाया गया है। वहाँ पे बड़े पदाधिकारी जो इंस्पेक्टर कैंप कर रहे हैं, अनुसंधान की अग्रिम कार्रवाई कर रहे हैं और जल्द अपराधियों को गिरफ्तारी की दिशा में हम लोग प्रयास कर रहे हैं।
रूम खोलने आ गई पीछा वाला, तब तक मैं वहाँ से पैसे पकड़ के आया, यहाँ पे गिर गया। तब दीदी आई ट्यूबवेल के पास से, तब देखिए हम गिरा हुआ था भैया, वहीं पे पता कौन पड़ा था क्या पता।
Rohit is in fact getting asked more details on that horrific incident from Araria. Rohit, give us an idea about the investigations in this entire matter. What was the reason behind this horrific crime? Tell us more.
Well, the police is presently investigating this entire case, and there has been no breakthrough in this case till now. But however, what we are learning is that there were 4 criminals who were in this incident, involved in this incident when this happened early morning, 4 o'clock, when they barged inside the house of Bimal Yadav and gunned him down. And from then on, the investigations are going on. Searches have also been launched by the district police, but there has been no arrest that has taken place. As far as the reasons behind the murder is concerned, what we are learning is that just a couple of years back, his brother was also killed by some criminals, and that case was going on in a local court, and Bimal Yadav was a witness in that case. So it is being speculated that there could be a personal enmity or a personal rivalry that was the reason behind the killing of Bimal Yadav. But whatever might be the motive, but the question remains that how criminals in Bihar are running amok. And just on 15th of August, some criminals had gunned down a police officer in Samastipur, and just 3 days later, you are seeing that criminals have gunned down a local journalist in Araria, clearly goes on to show that what kind of law and order situation was prevailing in the state at this point of time, though Nitish Kumar has now reacted to the entire incident and is saying that he has ordered and directed the officials and police officials to conduct an investigation in this entire case. But questions are being raised on the Sushasan Raj of Nitish Kumar.
Undoubtedly. Rohit, thanking you for the moment, for getting us up to speed with those developments of the horrific crime being reported from Araria in Bihar. Meanwhile, Kota administration has adopted a controversial approach to deal with the issue of the rise in the number of suicides. The Kota district administration has directed all hostels and paying guest accommodations in the city to install spring-loaded ceiling fans to bring down incidents of suicides. Springs in these ceiling fans are designed to uncoil the moment it detects a load, effectively detaching the fan from the ceiling and preventing hangings. The notice comes 2 days after an 18-year-old student preparing for JEE committed suicide. Remember, till date, around 22 suicide cases have been reported in the year 2023 alone. Around 15 suicides in 2022 and 18 in the year 2019. But the idea clearly didn't go down well with people, as they believed it would have been better if the institutes worked towards providing a healthy environment to ensure students do not take their lives.
गाइडलाइन की पालना पहले भी हुई थी और वापस उस गाइडलाइन की पालना के लिए हमें बोला है कि जितने भी हॉस्टल में कमरे होते हैं उसके अंदर फैन हैंगिंग डिवाइस लगाया जाए। इसी को सबसे पहले हम ही लोग लेके आए थे। हमारी ऑस्ट्रेलियन इस फैन हैंगिंग डिवाइस को लेकर आई थी। बेंगलोर की एक कंपनी आई थी हमारे पास इस चीज़ को लेकर कि कोटा में कुछ आत्महत्याएँ बढ़ी हैं, तो उसको लेकर उन लोगों ने हमको डेमो दिया था कोटा शहर में आके। हॉस्टल जो हमारे क्षेत्र में आते हैं, कोटा क्षेत्र में, उसकी तो हम लोग गाइडलाइन की पालना 90 से 95% हम लोग करवा चुके हैं और उसको लगवा भी चुके हैं इसको।
In other news today, the BJP and the TMC are at loggerheads in the state of West Bengal. This over the ruckus that occurred outside the Jadavpur University campus yesterday. The BJP and the RSF students clashed with each other after BJP leader Suvendu Adhikari was allegedly shown black flags. The ruling TMC is now hit out at the opposition leader Suvendu Adhikari, accusing him of cheating or rather creating the ruckus outside Jadavpur University. TMC also went on to allege that Suvendu verbally abused the police and students, adding that a trans student was brutally thrashed in the protest by BJP goons. Suvendu Adhikari reacted to the TMC's claim, saying that he was attacked by miscreants of the Revolutionary Students' Federation, adding that these people have made Jadavpur University a den of anti-national and anti-social activities, quote-unquote.
The extreme left wing, these people, they are disturbing the atmosphere of Jadavpur University. And BJP, rather, we don't have any connection with that university. We just actually hold a protest against this murder. And I don't know what is the reason behind it, that they want to show the black flag to our respected leader of opposition. And they did these things, and this is happening due to the tacit understanding between the TMC and these extreme left wing. They have been used to make a propaganda that no vote to BJP. This campaign was lost by this extreme left, and they have a tacit understanding with the Mamata Banerjee. That's why Mamata Banerjee then is not interested. Our government is not interested to recover the situation there. And they indirectly supporting this extreme left wing, giving galis to the students. That is the actual BJP culture. Because we have seen Modi has cleaned JNU. That you also have that footage. How JNU was cleaned after BJP government came into power at center. Mamata Bandyopadhyay came into power in 2011, but she never tried to bulldoze her way in the institute like Jadavpur University. Everyone knows Jadavpur University is the citadel of left and ultra-left. So, about this ragging, about this situation inside the hostels and inside the campus, the left and ultra-left, they are supposed to take responsibility. But where BJP comes, they went there to take the advantage of the situation, and they were doing politics. And at the end, the total fiasco, Subhendu Adhikari was abusing the student itself.
Anirban is getting us up to speed with all the developments. Anirban, politics has broken out over this matter. This has got to do with the death of a student. The most important thing here, the family not satisfied with the investigations. Give us an idea about what really is happening. The main case so far as the young student, the 18-year-old student here is concerned.
Well, see that right now. I will show you the picture just right outside the Jadavpur University campus, where the BJP Yuva Morcha is protesting, as their dharna manch just outside the university is being ordered to remove by the Kolkata police, and the vendors were instructed to uninstall the manch. BJP Yuva Morcha also alleges that after Subhendu Adhikari has visited the place, there is a volatile situation in the just outside the Jadavpur University campus. क्या हुई थी, क्यों हटाया जा रहा है, आप लोगों को क्या बोला?
आप लोग जानते हैं जादवपुर विश्वविद्यालय में जो घटना घटा है, एक 18 साल का लड़का को वहाँ पर रैगिंग करके,
यहाँ पे आप लोगों को ये धरना मंच क्यों हटाया जा रहा है?
क्योंकि वो जादवपुर विश्वविद्यालय का जो भी इनलीगल एक्टिविटी, उसके विरुद्ध में भारतीय जनता युवा मोर्चा जो खिलाफ में इस धरना कर रहे थे, वहाँ पे धरना सक्सेसफुल हो रहा था, इसलिए पास में ही तृणमूल छात्र परिषद का एक मंच हुआ है, वहाँ पर लोकजन नहीं था, इसलिए तृणमूल कांग्रेस
well they are alleging that the police and the Trinamool Congress, they are alleging that the Trinamool Congress were instructed the Kolkata police to remove the dharna manch from just outside the Jadavpur University campus, and they said that they are afraid of BJP, as the Jadavpur University students were also protesting against the thing, and also it has been showed that the politics is taking over the death of the Jadavpur University student who has allegedly fallen from the balcony and died. Sneha.
Anirban, I'm thanking you for the moment, for getting us up to speed with those developments where there is in fact clearly crisis at the reputed Jadavpur University in Kolkata. Moving on, the controversy over Karnataka's move to release Kaveri border to Tamil Nadu continues. The tension has now seeped into the adjoining southern states, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Congress's own netas have raised objections to water being released. In the latest, D.K. Shivkumar, the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, has clarified that the water was not released because of an alliance, but out of respect for the court. He also added that Karnataka government is planning to request authorities to reconsider the decision. Slamming the Siddaramaiah government, the BJP said water must be shared between the two states and Tamil Nadu should not be provided with exclusive rights. The Saffron clan went on to say that Congress's greed for power is crossing all limits, and the India alliance of opportunists will push Karnataka to a never-seen crisis.
No, not only on Kaveri issue. We have a very vibrant government in Delhi, a big, strong government. Still, Madai issue has been not sorted out. Krishna water issue and Kaveri issues. We'll call for an all-party meeting. We will discuss. I think all of us has to join together to see that they had a successful plan. But you know, this due to this rains, we have been finding very difficult. But still, I have asked, we have requested the authorities to rethink on the decision, to see that they are requesting for every month, every day, 10,000 cubic water, which we don't have. Rains have stopped. Anyway, we agree with these issues. We are already on the way. We will call for all party meeting.
State interest is first. Second is other state. So the government should call all party meeting to take the opinion, then come to a conclusion. All party meeting बोला अगर हमको पानी नहीं है तो दूसरों को पानी देने में मसला नहीं उठता कि भाई चीफ मिनिस्टर से कुछ चाहिए फौरन ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग बुलाए और लोगों की राय लें. पानी नहीं है, मंडिया के किसान अगर जो है स्ट्राइक कर रहे हैं, जिसमें पॉलिटिक्स है, वहाँ किसान लोग कर रहे हैं ना.
Karnataka doesn't have the right to decide when they should release water and when they should not. Chief Minister Stalin is a very close associate of the Congress party. So he could have immediately spoken to the Chief Minister about this when he can go there for their crowning of their government. Not even a single word condemning the Chief Minister or the government, the Tamil Nadu government, DMK government has done. So we strongly condemn both the governments.
We are short of water, we are not getting rainfall. And the Kaveri basin of Karnataka, they have not been provided with water, they have not been allowed to irrigate or to grow crops. Whatever was saved.
Getting in these pictures from Jadavpur University where protests have broken out. The BJP and the TMC, remember, at loggerheads, and protests that we're reporting on is from the youth wing of the Bharatiya Janata Party, in fact, who are at Jadavpur University. This matter of a death of a student has become extremely political. There are protests that have broken out, but the BJP and TMC are sparring in this area. This over the ruckus that occurred outside the Jadavpur University campus yesterday. BJP and RSS students are clashing with each other after BJP leader Suvendu Adhikari was allegedly shown black flags. The ruling TMC has slammed the opposition leader Suvendu Adhikari, accusing him of creating the ruckus outside Jadavpur University. Pictures, in fact, of the ruckus and the fight that has broken out. TMC says all of this is being orchestrated by the BJP. Members of the youth wing of the BJP are in fact protesting at the Jadavpur University. TMC has gone on to allege that Suvendu verbally abused the police and students, adding that a trans student was also brutally thrashed in the protest by goons of the BJP. In other news today, trouble seems to be mounting for Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan. Former associate editor of CPM mouthpiece Deshabhimani Daily, G. Saktidharan, has accused the Chief Minister and Industries Minister P. Rajiv of having collected around 2.35 crores without any documents. In a Facebook post earlier, he alleged that a top CPM leader had accepted cash from a big shot for which he was a witness. Remember, back in June, when he first made these allegations, he had refused to reveal the names. Now, in the latest Facebook post, he said that Vijayan, who was the party secretary then, was when the incident took place. Not to forget that the fresh charges made come at a time when the police are set to close the probe that was originally launched. In a shocking incident, this again from Kerala, where a burqa-clad man entered a lady's washroom and recorded videos. The incident occurred in a popular mall in Kerala's Kochi. The accused, identified as Abhimanyu, is a robotics engineer. Abhimanyu allegedly entered the washroom and placed his phone in a box and kept it near the door of the washroom to record women. Noting his suspicious behavior, security alerted the police. Abhimanyu was immediately arrested by the police and has been sent to judicial custody. He has been charged for voyeurism and impersonation. Police is investigating if he was engaged in such activities previously as well. In more news today, a major terror plot was foiled in Uttar Pradesh, where the Special Task Force has arrested a man from UP Shamli district for his alleged involvement in planning terror and anti-national activities with the help of Pakistan's secret agency ISI. As per sources, the suspect had returned from Pakistan and was in regular touch with ISI handlers. He even smuggled weapons from Pakistan. India today has managed to access the explosive chats between Kalim and ISI handlers. The chat suggested that the accused had shared details about the Indian Army bases and even that of Rafales. have been cleared for Mumbai terror attacks accused Tahavur Rana's extradition to India. A US court has denied the writ of habeas corpus filed by Pakistani origin Canadian businessman Tahavur Rana, paving way for US Secretary of State Antony Blinken to then issue a certificate for him to be extradited to India. Rana is facing a trial for his alleged involvement in the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks. Rana has filed an appeal against the order and sought a stay on his extradition to India till the time his appeal in the 9th Circuit Court is heard. Indian authorities allege that Rana conspired with his childhood friend David Coleman Headley to assist the Pakistan terror group Lashkar-e-Toiba in orchestrating the terror attacks. NIA is probing Rana's role in the 26/11 attacks. NIA says it is ready to initiate proceedings to bring him to India through diplomatic channels.
We are committed to confronting terrorism across the world, and we continue to call for those involved in the 2008 Mumbai attacks to be brought to justice.
Well, the story and much more going up on our website as well. That's indiatoday.in. You can also download the India Today app for more news and updates. Do stay tuned to India Today.
बाकी तो सब हिंदू से ही कन्वर्ट हुए हैं मुसलमान हिंदुस्तान में और उसकी मिसाल हमारी कश्मीर में.
This comment of the former Chief Minister of the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir, Ghulam Nabi Azad, has set the cat among pigeons. Speaking at Doda in Jammu and Kashmir, Azad sparked off a new debate with his comment that everybody in India had been Hindu. In fact, in Jammu and Kashmir, everyone was a Pandit before Islam came.
हमारे हिंदुस्तान में इस्लाम सिर्फ पर वैसे ही पूरा इस्लाम तो आया ही है 1500 साल पहले. हिंदू धर्म बहुत पुराना है. तो बाहर से आए होंगे 10-20, वो जब मुगलों के वक्त में उनकी फौज में थे. बाकी तो सब हिंदू से ही कन्वर्ट हुए हैं मुसलमान हिंदुस्तान में.
While some hailed Ghulam Nabi Azad's comments, the Congress was clearly upset. National Conference Vice President Omar Abdullah hit out at Azad, insisting he was trying to appease powers that be.
आजाद साहब ने किस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में कहा, क्यों कहा, किसको खुश करने के लिए कहा, ये तो आजाद साहब ही कह सकते हैं ना, मैं नहीं कह सकता हूं.
PDP Chief Mehbooba Mufti came out with a shocker in an exclusive conversation with India Today.
He should say that कि हमारे जो पूर्वज थे वो बंदर थे.
You should say he should go back.
He should go back there
to the Stone Age.
Yeah, he should go back to the Stone Age and find out what his forefathers were. I mean, I don't believe in the theory that हमारे forefather बंदर थे. Maybe he believes.
The BJP came out all guns blazing, attacking Mehbooba Mufti.
हालात देश के नहीं खराब, हालात उनके खराब है. उनको कभी नजर नहीं आएगा कि कश्मीर के हालात सुधरे हैं. पत्थरबाजों का समर्थन करने वाले लोग आज उनको नजर नहीं आता कि आम आदमी बिना किसी डर के वहां घूमता है.
Will Ghulam Nabi Azad's comments rekindle the flame of brotherhood and Kashmiriyat, or will vested political interests light up fresh fires to divide people once again remains to be seen.
क्या करें आप गरीबों के लिए? गरीबी हटाओ बोल के बोलते रहे, गरीबों को हटाए, गरीबी नहीं हटाए आप. लेकिन तेलंगाना में 10 साल में जो इंकलाब केसीआर साहब लेके आए, देश में कहीं और नहीं हुआ. तो क्यों जाना है कांग्रेस के साथ? क्यों वोट देना है कांग्रेस के साथ? क्यों देना है भाई कांग्रेस को वोट? कितने साल और मौका देते? नहीं थे क्या राज में? 62 इयर्स नहीं थे? तेलंगाना में भी थे 62 इयर्स. उनकी नानी थी, पप्पा थे, दादा थे, परदादा थे, सभी लोग थे. क्या हुआ? बदलाव आया? नहीं आया. फिर क्यों मौका देना है उनको?
7-day nail-biting countdown to the Chandrayaan landing is now well and truly on. In a mega milestone, the Vikram lander tripled successfully from its mothership 163 kilometers away from the lunar surface. The lander is now moon-bound and will attempt a soft landing on the south corner of the moon at 5:47 p.m. on the 23rd of August. All of India is waiting with bated breath.
It's the final countdown. In one of the most crucial maneuvers yet by Chandrayaan-3, lander Vikram separated from the mothership, the propulsion module, to set up a date with the moon. The Vikram lander, with its rover Pragyan inside, is on its journey now to the moon's south pole, expected to touch down for that historic soft landing on August the 23rd at 5:45 p.m. Our ISRO heroes have done it again. A picture-perfect launch, followed by a super smooth journey into the moon's orbit, but the true test will now come in 6 days.
So whatever that mistakes happened in the Chandrayaan-2 have been corrected in Chandrayaan-3. Also, that additional design margins have been improved. Also, that wherever the redundancy is not there, now it's put in. That way, we have more confidence on Chandrayaan-3 to be successful.
Equipped with 4 landing legs and 4 landing thrusters of 800 newtons each, Vikram is designed for a soft landing on the moon. It carries within it a rover named Pragyan. 1 billion Indians are now rooting for Chandrayaan-3, and congratulations are pouring in for our ISRO heroes who continue to work day in and out to ensure a 100% successful mission.
No, certainly a matter of great satisfaction and a moment of pride for each one of us. Whereas the propulsion module will keep moving and keep taking pictures. So now the roles have got divided and each of the components will perform its respective roles.
It is also a symbol of India's growing capability and capacity, and I hope Chandrayaan-3 works out to be a very successful mission.
With lander Vikram making the difficult journey now to the moon's surface on its own, what happens to the propulsion module that helped Chandrayaan travel so far? Well, ISRO has confirmed that the propulsion module will continue its journey in its current orbit around the moon. Now, Vikram is on its final lap now, and 1 billion hopes are pinned on this 1,778 kilogram lander and rover to fulfill our Chandrama dreams. Onward and upward, Chandrayaan. With Pramod Madhav, Bureau Report, India Today.
Hello there, very good afternoon. You're watching India Today TV. I'm Sneha Mordani. A quick check of what's making news this Friday afternoon first. Scandal quakes Unacademy. Teacher gives vote gyan, gets fired. Unacademy fires the teacher and stokes a huge controversy. Sextortion racket run by Mumbai model busted in Bengaluru. Men trapped and blackmailed with sex videos coerced into marriage, conversion, extortion. Maharashtra MLA's arm twist. Chief Minister Eknath Shinde for cabinet berths. Shinde MLA claimed one MLA blackmailed that wife will kill herself if he doesn't get the cabinet berth. Bizarre solution to Kota suicide. Student suicides on the rise. Officials fix fans. Kota witnessed over 22 suicides in 2023 alone. Shocker from Mumbai train station where couple beats up a man on railway tracks. Train runs him over. Protests in Jadavpur University turn ugly after students show black flags to Suvendu Adhikari. TMC claims BJP goons beat the students up there. The BJP and the TMC are at loggerheads in the state of West Bengal over the ruckus that occurred outside the Jadavpur University campus just yesterday. BJP and RSF students clashed with each other after BJP leader Suvendu Adhikari was allegedly shown black flags. The ruling TMC has now hit out at the opposition leader Suvendu Adhikari, accusing him of creating the ruckus outside the university. TMC has also alleged that Suvendu verbally abused the police and students, adding that a trans student was brutally thrashed in the protest by BJP goons. Suvendu reacted to TMC's claim, saying that he was attacked by miscreants of the Revolutionary Students' Federation, adding that these people have made Jadavpur University a den of anti-national activities, quote-unquote.
The extreme left-wing, these people, they are disturbing the atmosphere of Jadavpur University. And BJP, rather, we don't have any connection with that university. We just actually hold a protest against this murder. And I don't know what is the reason behind it, that they want to show a black flag to our respected leader of opposition. And they did these things, and this is happening due to the tacit understanding between the TMC and these extreme left wing. They have been used to make a propaganda that no vote to BJP. This campaign was launched by these extreme left, and they have a tacit understanding with the Mamata Banerjee. That's why Mamata Banerjee then is not interested. Our government is not interested to recover the situation there. And they indirectly supporting this extreme left wing, giving galis to the students. That is the actual BJP culture. Because we have seen Modi has cleaned JNU. That you also have that footage. How JNU was cleaned after BJP government came into power at center. Mamata Bandyopadhyay came into power in 2011, but she never tried to bulldoze her way in the institute like Jadavpur University. Everyone knows Jadavpur University is the citadel of left and ultra-left. So, about this ragging, about this situation inside the hostels and inside the campus, the left and the ultra-left, they are supposed to take responsibility. But where BJP comes, they went there to take the advantage of the situation, and they were doing politics. And at the end, the total fiasco, Suvendu Adhikari was abusing the student itself.
Anirban has more details on that story, joining us live from Jadavpur University. Anirban, first of all, there is chaos, confusion and protest. And where you are, give us an idea about how the situation is, given that this ruckus has broken out and clashes have taken place.
Yeah, absolutely. And see, right now the BJP protesters are protesting the BJP Yuva Morcha as the Kolkata police has ordered to dismantle the Dharna Manch just outside the Jadavpur University campus. And they were protesting right now, and they said that they will not allow police to dismantle the Dharna Manch, which is being installed right after, before 2 days. And also Suvendu Adhikari, the LOP of West Bengal, has also came here and protested here against getting the justice for the alleged student dies after falling from the balcony of the university hostel campus. Right now, you can see the postering and the sloganing is going on by the BJP Yuva Morcha, where the BJP Yuva Morcha demands that police is afraid of BJP Yuva Morcha, and also the TMC, the ruling party, has instructed the Kolkata police to dismantle and to order the Kolkata police to dismantle the Dharna Manch just from outside the Jadavpur University campus, and they were said that they will boycott TMC as well as SFI, the Students' Federation of India, from the Jadavpur University campus, and they were demanding justice, and also they said that the politics is being overruled. The politics is taking over the death of the university student who has fallen from the balcony as allegedly, and also for that already 9 people has been arrested by the Kolkata police, and also the many were under investigation and many were interrogated, and also they are saying that there no to ragging. But right now we can see the politics is overtaking the death issue of the Jadavpur University.
Clearly, politics has taken over this entire matter, and that, unfortunately, is dominating the headlines, Anirban. But what about that horrific incident of the death of the student, merely an 18-year-old young boy who died? Where are the investigations in that matter importantly headed?
Well, the investigation is going on right now, and already the 9 people has been arrested, and as far the police sources is concerned, already more 10 people were being interrogated, as well as registrar and the pro vice chancellor of the university also been interrogated by the police, and also hostel super was also called for the interrogation. Right now the university authority has produced a notice where they had said that there will be no movement of vehicles inside the university campus, and also the ID card should always be checked as per the entry as per concern for the students, as well as they have stated in the notice that there would be a strict action will be taken if the ragging will be done in the university campus or in the hostel campus. As well, this notice has come after 7 days of the student died, and right now politics also taking over the case.
How is the law and order situation being brought under control in this area, given that sloganeering on urban continues and protests? Clashes have also broken out, violent clashes as well.
Yes, absolutely. The sloganeering is being continued by the BJP Yuva Morcha supporters right now just in front of the university. And there is a high drama from the morning as the police has came and ordered the people here, the supporters here, that you have to dismantle the Dharna Manch over from here, as well as just beside the BJP Dharna Manch there is also a TMC Dharna Manch, and the police is claiming that BJP Yuva Morcha, the Bharatiya Janata Party, has no such notices or such permission letter was being given to the police to constitute.
Coming back to you for more on that in a bit from now, but Pradeep Bhattacharya, a senior leader of the Congress party from Bengal, is now joining us. How do you respond, Mr. Bhattacharya, to what's really happening as far as this clash in Jadavpur University is concerned? It's now become a political blame game between the TMC and the BJP there.
I'm extremely perturbed and extremely sorry that these two political parties, what is their understanding? I don't understand. A young boy, 17 years, killed. But these people are doing politics. Who will gain out of that death of the young boy? Are they human beings? Why they are doing all these things? Let them put
so
a pressure
Vindu Adhikari should have not gone to Jadavpur University, because after he went, there were clashes that broke out, the allegations that black flags were shown.
No, please try to understand. A boy was killed, but after that, why they are doing politics with this matter? You tell me, what is the use of doing politics? Everybody knows that this type of inhuman boys are staying inside the premises of this Jadavpur University. I know it is for a long, long time. So many times I have told the police people, DG, IG, police commissioner, and the authority also, of my own capacity as a member of parliament. But they did not listen to that. Now after the death, everybody jump on the field and saying that we are the master thieves. What is the use of saying all these things? I'm extremely sorry. They must withdraw this type of hooliganism, what they have been doing. His father, that boy's father, crying, and he said very clearly, I don't want any quarrel. any tussle. I want peace inside the premises of this university. We shall have to listen to his father.
You know, the issue of ragging and harassment per se has not been addressed in this university like in many others, and that really is the concern here, Mr. Bhattacharya.
Look, I tell you, it is absolutely correct. Two things. One, that the maladministration. Number two, somehow some of the managerial officials, those who are managing this show, they were absolutely scared to control the university. They were afraid of the students, those who are facing problem inside the university for a long, long time. They were scared. Out of fear, they could not touch them. That's why all these things happen. Now, if the Supreme Court has said that every university and college must have an anti-ragging committee. But why they did not form the anti-ragging committee, tell me? Who will form this committee? It is the university authority. Why they failed?
The university here is also being, accused of being involved in a cover-up in the student's death case, sir.
Now they are thinking that somehow they are trying to put these things very clearly that we are hopeless. We are helpless and hopeless. We have nothing to do with this issue. I have seen in the newspaper, I got the information from Jadavpur University students, because as I was a college teacher for a long time, so many students are the professor of that university. And all of them informed to me that the authorities tell us that.
All right, Pradeep Bhattacharya, I'm going to thank you for joining us with your views on that. The big question here, what are political parties really doing in the university at the end of the day, and how can this issue, this huge concern of ragging, be addressed better? Some news just coming in. An FIR has been lodged against unknown CISF personnel who were protecting Suvindu Adhikari yesterday outside Jadavpur University. Based on a complaint by the Jadavpur University students that CISF personnel physically hit them, the FIR has been registered at Jadavpur Police Station. Students, in fact, have claimed that CISF personnel assaulted them, and that's why an FIR has been lodged against unknown CISF personnel who the students alleged manhandled them and beat them up. The FIR has been registered at Jadavpur University, Jadavpur Police Station, in fact. This is based on a complaint by the Jadavpur University students who say that CISF personnel physically hit them. FIR against unknown CISF personnel who were protecting Suvindu Adhikari yesterday around Jadavpur University. The students say these were the CISF personnel who beat the students up. This, in fact, is based on a complaint by Jadavpur University students that CISF personnel physically hit them. Some of those visuals, in fact, were caught on camera as well. This FIR has been registered at Jadavpur Police Station. Anupam has more details on that. Anupam, give us an idea about what exactly the students here are saying, and an FIR has been lodged already in this matter.
Exactly, two complaints had been registered in Jadavpur police station. One complaint was made by leader of opposition Suvindu Adhikari that he was attacked by students, and another complaint was registered by students of Jadavpur University, and they have claimed that the security, the CISF personnel were beaten them, hit them, and they have complained it to Jadavpur police station, and police is at present looking into the matter and looking into the both complaints.
All right, I'm going to in fact Anupam, thank you for the moment, for getting us up to speed with that. Students are claiming that CSF personnel assaulted them. They are reporting on the clashes that have broken out in Kolkata's Jadavpur University. Suvendu Adhikari of the BJP opposition leader was in fact at the university. Yesterday, there were clashes that broke out, and today there are protests that you see in Kolkata's Jadavpur University. Moving on, EdTech firm Unacademy is the latest to be rocked by a scandal. A former tutor was allegedly fired by Unacademy for asking voters to vote wisely in the next elections. While Unacademy claims the teacher Karan Sangwan was let off as personal opinions are not allowed in classrooms, netizens have launched a mass uninstall campaign against the Unacademy app. Take a look.
लेकिन एक चीज याद रखना, अगली बार जब भी अपना वोट दो, किसी पढ़े लिखे इंसान को अपना वोट देना, ताकि
This video of Karan Sangwan urging his students to vote for Padha Likha or educated politicians has cost him his job.
लेकिन एक चीज याद रखना,
Days after the video went viral, Sangwan's employer, Unacademy, which faced backlash from BJP supporters, sacked the entrance coach.
कुछ दिनों से एक वीडियो बहुत ज़्यादा वायरल हो रही है और जिस वीडियो की वजह से मैं कंट्रोवर्सी में आ गया हूं, और उस कंट्रोवर्सी की वजह से मेरे काफ़ी सारे स्टूडेंट्स जो कि जुडिशियल सर्विस एग्जामिनेशंस के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, उनको काफ़ी सारे कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस फेस करने पड़े। साथ ही साथ में मुझे तो करने ही हैं कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस, मैं कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस काफ़ी सारे फेस कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि मेरे पास भी बहुत सारे मेरे पेरेंट्स हैं।
In the viral video, Sangwan can be heard advising students vote for a literate politician and not ones who only changes names. Many on the net claimed the comment was targeted at Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Sangwan's comment sparked a political controversy. Reacting to the video, Aam Aadmi Party Supremo Kejriwal went on to say that illiterate public representatives can never build modern India of 21st century. Congress too jumped in the fray and raised questions over the sudden termination of educator Karan Sangwan. The Grand Old Party went on to say that teachers in the country are facing this humiliation. Breaking silence on the issue, Unacademy issued a statement saying classroom is not a place to share personal opinions and views as they can wrongly influence students. The EdTech firm further said that it was forced to part ways with Karan Sangwan as he was in breach of the code of conduct. However, the firing of the teacher has split the netizens, with many coming out in support of Karan Sangwan. There are others who believe he should have been let off with a warning. Bureau Report, India Today.
Meanwhile, as expected, politics has erupted over the sacking of the teacher from Unacademy. Aam Aadmi Party has extended support to the teacher, saying that BJP feels the word illiterate is against the government. Further said that BJP has created a reign of terror. Not just that, Aam Aadmi Party also, but even the Congress, in fact, has condemned this incident, blaming the government of being hostile towards education.
We are very surprised at the hostility which this government shows towards education and educational institutions. They are so deeply influenced by WhatsApp University that they are out to undermine these seats of education, these temples of education. Whether it's Osmania University, Hyderabad University, whether it's JNU, whether it's this academy, whether it's Ashoka University, whether it's Aligarh Muslim University, Jamia, this government, the Modi government, is out to destroy our educational institutions.
It's time for a quick commercial break here. Our entertainment show in the club on the other side.
one of the biggest actions till date against cyber fraud and user protection, the government has announced sweeping changes in the way SIM cards for mobile phone connections are issued and verified. The system of issuing SIM cards in bulk has been stopped with immediate effect, and police verification and registration of dealers has been made mandatory.
In a big move against spam calls and cyber fraud, the government has made police verification of SIM card dealers mandatory and discontinued the provision of bulk connections. Announcing major reforms, the Telecom minister said that the dealers had been found complicit in the illegal issue of SIM cards and will now have to be registered compulsorily as well as verified by the police. A penalty of 10 lakh rupees will be imposed on dealers found flouting norms. The government has also decided to discontinue the bulk issue of SIM cards. Businesses, though, will be able to procure multiple SIMs with proper documentation. Businesses will also have to depute a point person with proper KYC to whom the SIM cards will be issued. The minister explained how bulk connections were being misused.
बल्क कनेक्शन के नाम पे खूब सारे सिम ले लिए और एक डिवाइस होता है सिम बॉक्स. सिम बॉक्स के अंदर एक साथ खूब सारे सिम डाले जाते हैं और उस एक सिम बॉक्स के जरिए से फिर बहुत सारे ऑटोमेटेड कॉल्स होते थे. पहला ये मिसयूज़ होता था और दूसरा मिसयूज़ ये होता था कि एक साथ बल्क में ले लिए और उसके बाद में आज 5 सिम लिए, 5 सिम से फ्रॉडुलेंट कॉल किए, उन 5 सिम को डीएक्टिवेट किया, कल और 5 सिम से फ्रॉडुलेंट कॉल्स किए, डीएक्टिवेट किया, फेंका. फिर ऐसे करके एक तरीके से एक फ्रॉडुलेंट कॉल्स की, साइबर फ्रॉड्स की एक कड़ी बन जाती थी.
The government has also announced that digital KYC will be mandatory for all new connections soon. According to data released by the ministry, steps taken to curb cyber fraud include disconnecting 52 lakh mobile connections, blacklisting 67,000 dealers, filing of 300 FIRs against SIM card dealers since May 2023, and blocking around 66,000 WhatsApp accounts that were involved in fraudulent activities.
हमारे हिंदुस्तान में इस्लाम सिर्फ और वैसे ही पूरा इस्लाम तो आया ही है 1500 साल पहले. हिंदू धर्म बहुत पुराना है. तो बाहर से आए होंगे 10-20, वो जब मुगलों के वक्त में उनकी फौज में थे. बाकी तो सब हिंदू से ही कन्वर्ट हुए हैं मुसलमान हिंदुस्तान में. और उसकी मिसाल हमारी कश्मीर में. कश्मीर में कौन था 600 साल पहले मुसलमान? सब कश्मीरी पंडित थे, सब वही इस्लाम कर गए, बन गए. तो मैंने कहा सब इसी धर्म में पैदा हुए.
It was a day of protests at Kolkata's Jadavpur University campus. Hundreds of SFI activists converged near the main gate of the university on Friday. The protesters held the university authorities responsible for the death of the 17-year-old graduate student who was allegedly a victim of ragging. The SFI protesters were stopped by the police from proceeding towards the spot where a sit-in was on by Trinamool Congress Chhatra Parishad on the same issue. Students have been demanding an end to ragging in hostels.
আমাদের চিরকালই আপনি ব্যানারগুলো দেখবেন, পোস্টারগুলো দেখবেন ফেসবুকে, 4 নম্বর গেটে সভা করার কথা ছিল এসএফআই এর, আজকের বাম ছাত্র সংগঠনের যে মিছিল আছে সেইখানেই সভা করার কথা ছিল, সেটাই আমরা করছি। পুলিশ যদি মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায়ের অনুপ্রেরণায় ব্যারিকেড দিতে আসে, বাম ছাত্র সংগঠনরা জানে ব্যারিকেড কিভাবে ভাঙতে হয়।
আজকে যখন ছাত্ররা এসএফআই থেকে শুরু করে বিভিন্ন যত সব বাম সংগঠন সব একসাথে এসে আমরা যখন যাচ্ছি, আমরা প্রোটেস্ট এসেছি, পুলিশ ব্যারিকেড দেওয়ার মানেটা কি? তার মানে পরিষ্কারভাবে বোঝা যাচ্ছে যে পুলিশ তৃণমূলের দল, পরিষ্কার তো হয়ে গেল।
Students of Jadavpur University say that they do not support the installation of CCTVs inside campus.
CCTV is not something that can control crime. You can only identify a criminal with the help of a CCTV. Tell me something, if today a third-year student or any senior takes a junior inside a bathroom and drags them, is it possible that we will get CCTVs in the bathroom as well? Absolutely not.
The opposition to CCTVs comes after university registrar announced that an ID card will be made mandatory for entry onto campus and that CCTVs will be installed at different strategic points. The BJP's Yuva Morcha too staged a dharna near the university gate demanding justice for the ragging victim. Meanwhile, politics has taken centre stage in the matter. Leader of opposition Suvendu Adhikari blamed Mamata Banerjee for the unfortunate death of the student. The Trinamool has slammed the Saffron Party and gone on to say that BJP states are leading in ragging cases.
বিজেপি শাসিত রাজ্যগুলির সরকারি যে সমস্ত মেডিকেল কলেজ রয়েছে, উত্তরপ্রদেশ, মধ্যপ্রদেশ, সেখানে সবথেকে বেশি র্যাগিং হয়েছে। আর এখানে শুভেন্দু অধিকারী আর বিজেপি নাটক করতে যাচ্ছে, এসব দ্বিচারিতা।
So far, 6 people, including present and former students who were present in Hostel on the night of August 9th, have been arrested. With Suryagni Roy in Kolkata, Bureau Report, India Today.
You've worked with your father. Just wanted to understand which is your personal favorite amongst all those.
Oh gosh. Wow, nobody's ever asked me that. Any opportunity you get to just be in the same frame as the great Amitabh Bachchan is a memory of a lifetime. They find it difficult to just process the fact that he's Amitabh Bachchan, but he's also my father.
Nothing has changed. We like Gadar, then we love Gadar today. Superb.
I was very lucky that an ex-cricketer Murli Karthik came to train me.
Not of late, but there have been a lot of my films I sent letters to other people and I'm like, I mean, they're at the top of their game, they're the best that there is, and to see that your own child is not being able to maybe perhaps cope or do live up to the standard that they set. But he's got this childlike excitement right now, which is just so wonderful. He said, "Maine to social media pe dali." And then I go, and then there's my wife, and she's inquisitive like a production manager.
Still have that itch of going back to the field?
Listen, I have had the wonderful opportunity of acting in a film with Mr. Bachchan. How many people can say that they've done that?
I have with me the fabulous team of Ghumar. Thank you so much for joining us and welcome to India Today Television.
Thank you.
You know, first of all, I would like to ask you guys about your Indian International Film Festival of Melbourne experience. How was it showcasing your film on a platform there?
It was nerve-wracking because it was the world premiere of the film, and obviously even more so because it was a good week, 10 days before the film is actually going to release. And it's the first time, anybody's going to see the film. It was the first time the three of us saw the entire product. So it was nerve-wracking, but afterwards I think I can speak for everybody. It was just very overwhelming.
Overwhelming.
It became difficult. I mean, not for Sayami, but Angad and I found it very, very. She shows no emotion. She's a true sportsman. No, you know, I think first and foremost, what happens is at a premiere you realize that that's the finish line. Your work is done. Now the baby is someone else's.
Yeah.
So it's emotional for the team, because somewhere you just know that the camaraderie, the togetherness, I mean, everybody's going to get busy doing other things. So there's a bit of sadness of that. It's overwhelming because as film actors, we're not used to receiving instant live feedback. We work on a film set. Theatre actors have the luxury and the pleasure and the privilege of getting a live reaction.
Yeah.
We don't. That is possibly the first time you're going to get to see a live reaction. And if that reaction is nice and positive and validating, it gets to you. So I think that, and obviously the jet lag got to us. So it was a very emotional experience for all of us. And we were very sad that Balki couldn't share that. He was unfortunately unwell and couldn't make the trip last minute. But I think he would have enjoyed that the most, because, you know, I've noticed, having known Balki for 20 odd years, that he actually takes a very unique step back when some emotional energy is brewing, whether that's his reticence to be emotional or not, but he just steps back and he has this wonderful way of just observing everything, and he gets this wonderful smile on his face. And I told him that night later that we missed you because you would have enjoyed that moment.
I'm pretty sure, because I can see the smile on his face right now also. Balki sir, you tell me, where did this concept come from? As in, what was the inspiration behind Ghumar?
Colleague friend of mine, Rahul Sengupta, had this thought about, he had read about this Hungarian shooter, I think, and he told me about the story of a shooter who lost his right hand and kind of did this. And I didn't know anything else about his life, neither did he. Just said it was there. I said, Thorpe, it's a lovely kind of a thing, but how do we do this? I mean, if we want to do a story, should we research his life? It's nothing to do with his life. So I said, no, the sport itself must be something very familiar, so that the achievement and the innovation, because of the problems that the athlete faces, becomes the center and not so much the understanding of the sport. So we took a familiar game like cricket and did a completely fictitious story, just saluting the person, because there's one other athlete who's done it in the world before. So we did this, and the actual decision to actually write this film and make this film actually happened when we discovered this ball called Ghumar. It's a new ball in cricket. It's actually doing something new to cricket that hasn't been seen before. So sometimes when you take a very loved game and you watch it every day, you're not happy just kind of showing another cricket match on film. Why should I come to watch a film and to watch what I watch free every day at home? So we said we need to invent something new in cricket so that they come there and surprise and say, hey, we've not seen cricket like this. So that was the trip. When we got that, we said, okay, fine, now we got a story. To me, the center point was not the actually emotional arc of doing this film, but the discovery of something new in a game that we love, that adds a lot of weight to the emotional story of the character. Especially because you are dealing with a game that we love, you need to be very careful. You can't, the emotional story sometimes will, not have the power if you don't give the bigger love of people, that's the game, it's the sanctity or it's the higher level.
Sir, if I also take some moment to even take you back in time. 14 years ago, you did par with Abhishek and Amit sir. I mean, if we see the 14 years that have passed, what has changed over the years as a filmmaker? What do you see the changes and challenges that you've faced back then and now?
Exactly the same. We are exactly the same. Nobody has changed. Nothing has changed. We like Gadar. We like Gadar then. We love Gadar today. Superb, yeah. And people may make all kinds of cinema. We're all kind of making attempt different kinds of cinema because we've got more platforms to kind of exhibit it. That's about it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, our core taste, what we enjoy, what we love, what most people love in this country, hasn't changed a lot.
Sammy, for you, what went into prepping for your role? It was challenging, it was emotionally draining, I'm sure.
Yes, it was physically and emotionally extremely exhausting. physically, because of course I had to play the game, I had to tie my hand up, play with my left hand. So the prep for that was obviously doing everything with one hand, with my left hand. So we were very lucky. I was very lucky that an ex-cricketer, Murli Karthik, came to train me.
Wow.
So it was wonderful to have him over for a few days. I used to send my videos across to him. So there was someone guiding me very correctly, because it was Karthik, who's got a lovely action. And emotionally, once you'll watch the film, you all will know how exhausting it was. But it was pretty much one of the most exhausting films I've done.
Angad, you wanted to be a part of Indian cricket team always. But now that you're an actor, do you still have that itch of going back to the field?
No, I don't.
You don't?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Because a lot of people have asked me this question, why did you not? I played under 16, under 14, under 19. I was very average. I knew my limitations. And I genuinely, my father told me that if till 19 you're not knocking on Indian doors, then you're wasting your time on this game. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to continue, keep on playing and then thinking I'll play, because it's, you know, an athlete's lifespan is very short. So at 30, most of them are thinking of, well, it's put out like they are literally on the wrong side of the sport. So either if you're still trying to make it post 24, then it doesn't excite me. People said IPL aa jayega, T20 you must be missing out.
Yeah.
So then I heard them so many times. I said, listen, I have had the wonderful opportunity of acting in a film with Mr. Bachchan. How many people can say that they've done that?
True.
So then that is my victory. Like we have a cricket in the family. You know, if I can continue being an actor, I think it gives me a lot of pride.
Nice.
I'm more passionate about performance in front of the camera.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Abhishek, this is not your first collaboration with Balki sir. Like you said that there has been association with him for last 20 years. I want to know from you your personal favorite film of his working together.
I can tell you from his entire filmography. I've seen all his films.
Which is your favorite of the two?
Ghumar. And I'm being very honest.
Not even Pa.
I mean, Pa was my first film. I'm very close to that film, but by far, Ghumar.
Ghumar.
Yeah, I think I've always said it's Balki's most commercial film.
And emotional.
And emotional. That's why I like it. I think Balki is very, very shy of his emotions. He keeps holding back on certain things, and this one he's gone for it. Just shows. I mean, he's opened a completely new horizon to what the world of opportunities lie before him. And having said that, my first film, I produced with him was Pa. We won the national award for it. All of that. Dad got the national award for it. Everybody was just so fantastic in the film. And it's always going to be special. But I have huge pride in saying that Ghumar is leaps and bounds a better film, in my opinion. By far his best film.
And in all his films you've worked with your father, just wanted to understand which is your personal favorite amongst all those?
Of films that I've worked with my dad?
Yeah.
Well, I can't count this film because we're not working together in this film. Oh gosh. Wow, nobody's ever asked me that. So the first one that released was Sarkar. I mean, Bunty or Bubbly, then Sarkar. Sarkar Raj, Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna. Pa was the last film we did together. Yeah. I mean, then we've done small roles here and there, but oh gosh. I can't say.
My favorite is Bunty Bubbly.
Yeah? No, I think, what happens is, if I can echo a sentiment that, Angad also said, as an actor, not just in India, but I'd like to believe in cinema, any opportunity you get to just be in the same frame as the great Amitabh Bachchan is a memory of a lifetime. And to be spoiled for choice, I mean, then you're like, well, I can't. He won't be able to answer that question. I mean, if you ask Balki which is his favorite film. Of Bachchan? No, with you and you, Dad. Difficult, no? Very difficult. It's damn tough. Because there's just so many memories that he brings. And as a fan and as an admirer of his, every second in front of the camera is a learning experience. So everything is memorable and everything is like a golden moment for you. So you can't choose amongst that. It becomes very difficult.
Your father has always been so supportive towards you, your work. But I want to understand from you, because he's given a few letters to actors whenever he felt that there's
Yes.
a good performance or
Yes.
something. Has he ever written that note for you?
Yes.
He has.
Yeah. Not of late, but there have been a lot of my films where he sent letters to other people. And I'm like,
Ghar pe nahi diya.
but I think no, I've only received 2 letters from him.
2 letters.
Yeah, very early in my career. But I think that was more his way of just encouraging his little boy to keep working and working hard. I have not received a letter in very many years, but you know, with time, I think he's become unbelievably open and gracious with his encouragement for me. And I say encouragement because I think people, if they listen to this conversation, and understandably, they find it difficult to just process the fact that he's Amitabh Bachchan, but he's also my father. And any father is going to be emotional about their child. And he was very, very reserved for those very reasons, because he used to tell me, I don't want people to say, oh, he's your son, you're going to say it. He didn't do that for the longest time. And as a son, I'm so happy that today he feels at liberty to be able to express his, it's embarrassing. I don't feel I'm worthy of it genuinely. But then I also take into account that apart from just being Amitabh Bachchan, he's also my father, and that paternal instinct, you know, kicks in. And today, being a father myself, you understand that emotion, and that's why I appreciate the earlier phases of my career that much more, for him to show that kind of restraint. I mean, as a parent, I mean, if your kid is running a race, they could be coming last, but you're still going to be happy for them because that's your child.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not read too much into that analogy with my career, but yeah, I'm wondering where you were leading. But it just, you know, I've always said, you know, when I was going upon tough times in my career earlier on, people say, oh, didn't you feel bad? I said, of course you feel bad as a human being. It hurts, I mean, because you're trying your best. But I used to just think of my parents and think that, imagine what they're going through. I mean, they're at the top of their game, they're the best that there is, and to see that your own child is not being able to maybe perhaps cope or live up to the standard that they set, it must be so difficult as a parent. So I've shied away from it for a very long time, and some part of me, I mean, I'm not very comfortable displaying emotions publicly. But some part of me saying, you know what? Hey, they're my parents, man, and if they're proud of me, then I mean, it's a big moment for me.
Yeah.
So I'm eternally grateful to my father, and whether people understand it or not, I mean, he puts a smile on my face every time he writes anything or he retweets something. I mean, he's just this, I mean, and Balki will tell you, because Balki knows him very intimately, he's this excited child, you know, he's like, oh my God,
he's really proud of Guma, he's so proud of Guma, but he's trying to be circumspect, he's trying to show his emotion, because he, you know, besides being his dad, and besides being a fellow artist, okay, besides that, he's actually at the peak of his, somewhere's creative power, so he's actually looking at things from a very macro perspective.
Yesterday, you know, he's found nuances of my performance and Zayami's, which I don't think we've also thought of. And he's analyzed like, tum log naise, and you know, at that point, he's saying, if he's giving you shabash, you're like, humne to soch ke kiya tha. We were just, you know. But he's got this childlike excitement right now, which is just so wonderful. I mean, last night I got home late around midnight, and he was waiting up, and he said, hey, well done. I said, what happened? He said, do you know Gumar has got Asia's largest billboard? I said, what? He said, maine to social media pe dal diya. I'm like, Dad, you I mean, it's so cute, you know. Yeah. Asia's largest billboard has got Gumar's poster on it. I put it on it.
He's really cute.
You know, you feel so, because you realize that he's also just a human being, and you know, I'm so happy that he gets to express that, and you know, it feels wonderful. I've always said this. What my normal seems, I mean, unbelievably privileged. And it is, and I'm eternally thankful. But you know, it's so exciting as an actor that I go home and your idol is excited about your work.
Yeah.
And your mother, who's another icon, is emotional about your work. Because, I mean, she doesn't like to express too much, and we're showing her the film in a couple of hours, which I'm very nervous about. But you know, my mother, like, no, I don't want to say, because then, you know, I mean, she's a mother, she's going to react. I think, and then you know, and then I go, and then there's my wife, and she's inquisitive like a production manager. That banner has gone up. Achha, the 30 by 40 has gone up, or the 60 by 20. I'm like, you know, and she's on it. You know, I mean, I was driving here, and she said, okay, you have things. Then remember, there's a 40-minute drive to the screening after this. So don't, you know, and it's so amazing that I have this support system at home that are just so unbelievably full of just giving and encouragement. You know, I wish everybody can have that at their home. And I'm just lucky because these are three people which are, I mean, the biggest of the biggest. And I say it with utmost pride, you know, to have, I mean, like, Balki very sweetly has put a slate at the start of the film thanking Aishwarya. And he said, look, I'm going to put this. I said, okay. And he's like, no, because she's running my marketing campaign.
Okay, let's also check how well do you know cricket.
All right.
I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Yeah, very good. These two are going to answer. There are three, actually, encyclopedias.
What does the following mean? LBW.
Who are you asking?
All of you.
Like
Anybody
before
can
wicket.
answer.
Before wicket. Chalo, we'll ask you the question.
I've not got the training.
Let's do this.
I've not got the training. Okay, no ball.
When you step over the line, when a bowler steps, it's a no ball.
DRS.
Now your turn.
I call it the Dhoni review system.
Yeah.
That's a great answer.
Dolly.
Dolly is like a lollipop ball.
Easy catch.
Yeah, like a lollipop.
Lollipop. In Bombay, it's called lollipop.
It's a gully cricket term.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. How much is the distance between wicket to wicket?
22 yards.
Wow.
I knew this, of course. Yeah.
Okay, we'll play a fun game. Out, not out.
Out.
So if you like the food, then
Not out.
Not
Not
out. If you don't like the food, then out.
Okay, chaliye.
Pav bhaji.
Not out.
Oh, sorry. I'm just going to lie.
Chole bhature. Vada pav. करेले की सब्जी. You're out.
I can't eat karela.
I can't. It's not. You're meant to eat karela. God never intended you to eat karela. Anything so bitter as God's way of saying, mat khao.
Biryani.
Sahi mein cheating in this.
Proper biryani, huh?
हाँ हाँ. Not vegetarian वाली नहीं.
No, chicken biryani, not biryani. That's chicken pulao.
No, and also by the way, she's cheating. So हर चीज not out कैसे हो सकती है?
But Balki can't say. Balki is a vegetarian.
Yeah, vegetarian.
But I'm very offended. Out.
Salad.
Yeah, you got to turn it around.
I said not out. I like salad, yeah.
Salads. Brownie with ice cream.
Okay.
Everyone likes.
What rubbish.
I love brownie and ice cream.
I love to watch it.
लौकी की सब्जी.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nobody likes लौकी. Tinde.
I'm not a tinda fan.
Dumplings. Maggie. Spaghetti.
Film industry, we live on Maggi.
Spaghetti with meatballs.
That is out for me.
Dhokla.
हम ऐसे ही रहते हैं.
Idli sambar. Misal pav.
Arey. Supreme.
All right.
So then,
one last message for your fans. Why should they go and
Such a
watch it
fraud.
in theaters?
You know, you want to watch a movie, go to the theater, sit in the AC, popcorn, samosa, cold drink.
The film is a carnival. 40 minutes, you will not get the same experience sitting at home. You watch the film, you will understand why you need to go to the theaters.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And
Thank
all
you.
the
Thank
best
you.
for
Thank
Kota.
Thank you.
Enjoy the
Thank you so
film.
much.
लूजर क्या महसूस करता है आई नो आई ऑल्सो वांट टू नो विनर्स क्या महसूस करते हैं
उन्होंने नया यात्रा निकाले भारत जोड़ो यात्रा मुझे क्या लग रहा मालूम जो 1000 चूहों को मार के एक बिल्ली हज यात्रा को निकलती
The political war is simmering ahead of the Telangana Assembly elections slated by the end of this year. Ruling BRS has launched an all-out attack against the Congress with its scathing jibe at Rahul Gandhi. Taking a massive dig at Rahul's Bharat Jodo Yatra, Kavita claimed that it is absolute depth of hypocrisy by the Congress.
राहुल गांधी जी है उन्होंने नया यात्रा निकाले भारत जोड़ो यात्रा मुझे क्या लग रहा मालूम जो 1000 चूहों को मार के एक बिल्ली हज यात्रा को निकलती वैसा है राहुल गांधी जी का
BRS MLC and daughter of Chief Minister KCR, K. Kavita questioned Congress's governance record, accusing the Gandhi family of betraying Muslims.
क्या करें आप गरीबों के लिए गरीबी हटाओ बोल के बोलते रहे गरीबों को हटाए गरीबी नहीं हटाए आप कितने साल और मौका देते नहीं थे क्या राज्य में 62 इयर्स नहीं थे तेलंगाना में भी थे 62 इयर्स हमारे सारे
Kavita asked BRS workers to reach out to Muslims and mosques to educate the community.
आज हमारे माइनॉरिटी भाई सोचना चाहिए घर घर आप जाओ हर एक मौलाना को पकड़ो हर एक मस्जिद में जाओ आप उनको समझाओ क्यों देना है भाई कांग्रेस को वोट कितने साल और मौका देते
The attacks marked Kavita's first visit to the Nizamabad Lok Sabha constituency, where she aims to contest from in 2024. Kavita's remarks drew sharp criticism from the Congress party, which branded BRS the B team of BJP.
आप लोग BRS समझ रहे हम लोग बीजेपी रिश्तेदार समिति बोल के राहुल जी ने साफ साफ कह दिए जब बीजेपी रिश्तेदार समिति से इससे बेहतर कुछ स्टेटमेंट हम एक्सपेक्ट भी नहीं कर सकते
Even in Telangana, our father came into power promising 12% reservation. It is Congress who has given 4% reservation. It is Congress who has given free education, free higher education to the minorities. They haven't done anything. They only talk. They themselves, in the last few days, are very much in panic about the surveys what they are seeing. And now they are behind minority votes.
Meanwhile, BJP called Kavita Rahul Gandhi war an eyewash, branding them same sides of a coin.
Srimati Kavita's statement that the Congress has not done anything for the Muslims shows that both of them are trying to woo the Muslim votes for their group. The BRS party is going further in order to appease the minority communities more than the Congress. However, the criticism of Srimati Kavita on Congress party with regard to the minorities is only an eyewash, and both are one and the same.
With Apurva Jayachandran and Abdul Bashir, Bureau Report, India Today.
बाकी तो सब हिंदू से ही कन्वर्ट हुए हैं मुसलमान हिंदुस्तान में, और उसकी मिसाल हमारी कश्मीर में है।
This comment of the former Chief Minister of the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir, Ghulam Nabi Azad, has set the cat among pigeons. Speaking at Doda in Jammu and Kashmir, Azad sparked off a new debate with his comment that everybody in India had been Hindu. In fact, in Jammu and Kashmir, everyone was a Pandit before Islam came.
हमारे हिंदुस्तान में इस्लाम सिर्फ, और वैसे ही पूरा इस्लाम तो आया ही है 1500 साल पहले। हिंदू धर्म बहुत पुराना है, तो बाहर से आए होंगे 10-20, वो जब मुगलों के वक्त में उनकी फौज में थे। बाकी तो सब हिंदू से ही कन्वर्ट हुए हैं मुसलमान हिंदुस्तान में।
While some hailed Ghulam Nabi Azad's comments, the Congress was clearly upset. National Conference Vice President Omar Abdullah hit out at Azad, insisting he was trying to appease powers that be.
आज़ाद साहब ने किस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में कहा, क्यों कहा, किसको खुश करने के लिए कहा, ये तो आज़ाद साहब ही कह सकते हैं ना, मैं नहीं कह सकता हूँ।
PDP Chief Mehbooba Mufti came out with a shocker in an exclusive conversation with India Today.
He should say that कि हमारे जो पूर्वज थे वो बंदर थे.
You should say he should go back.
He should go back there
to the Stone Age.
Yeah, he should go back to the Stone Age and find out what his forefathers were. I mean, I don't believe in the theory that हमारे forefather बंदर थे. Maybe he believes.
The BJP came out all guns blazing, attacking Mehbooba Mufti.
हालात देश के नहीं खराब, हालात उनके खराब है। उनको कभी नजर नहीं आएगा कि कश्मीर के हालात सुधरे हैं। पत्थरबाजों का समर्थन करने वाले लोग आज उनको नजर नहीं आता कि आम आदमी बिना किसी डर के वहां घूमता है।
Will Ghulam Nabi Azad's comments rekindle the flame of brotherhood and Kashmiriyat, or will vested political interests light up fresh fires to divide people once again remains to be seen.
Watching India Today.
You're watching India Today. Here are the headlines we're tracking this hour. Scandal quakes. Unacademy teacher gives vote gyan and gets fired. Unacademy fires teacher and stokes controversy. Sextortion racket run by Mumbai model busted in Bengaluru. Men trapped and blackmailed with sex videos, coerced into marriage, conversion and extortion. Maharashtra MLA's arm twist. Chief Minister Shinde reportedly for cabinet berths. Shinde MLA claims one MLA blackmailed that his wife would kill herself if he didn't get a cabinet berth. Bizarre solution to Kota suicide. Student suicides on rise. Officials fix fans. Kota, remembers, witnessed over 22 suicides this year alone. Shocker from Mumbai train station. Couple beats up man, pushes him onto railway tracks unintentionally. Train then runs him over. Protests in Jadavpur University turn ugly after students show black flags to Suvendu Adhikari. TMC claims BJP goons thrashed students. And let's begin with what's happening in Kolkata's Jadavpur University. Remember that the suicide of a student has rocked the campus, turning it rather political as well and leading to this kind of scenes that you see on your screens of protests. The BJP and the TMC are now at loggerheads in Bengal over the ruckus that occurred outside the Jadavpur University campus yesterday. The BJP and RSF students clashed with each other. This after BJP leader Shubhendu Adhikari was allegedly shown black flags during his visit. The ruling Trinamool Congress has now slammed the opposition leader, Shubhendu Adhikari, accusing him of creating ruckus outside the university campus. The TMCs further alleged that Shubhendu verbally abused cops as well as students, adding that a trans student was brutally thrashed in the agitation by BJP goons. Shubhendu Adhikari, meanwhile, reacting to the TMC's claim, has said that he was attacked by miscreants of the RSF, which is the Revolutionary Students' Federation, adding that these people have made Jadavpur University a den of anti-national and anti-social activities.
The sloganeering is being continued by the BJP Yuva Morcha supporters right now just in front of the university. And there is a high drama from the morning as the police has came and ordered the people here, the supporters here, that you have to dismantle the Dharna Manch over from here, as well as just beside the BJP Dharna Manch there is also a TMC Dharna Manch, and the police is claiming that BJP Yuva Morcha, the Bharatiya Janata Party, has no such notices or such permission letter was being given to the police to constitute a Dharna Manch just outside the Jadavpur University campus.
The extreme left wing, these people, they are disturbing the atmosphere of Jadavpur University. And BJP, rather, we don't have any connection with that university. We just actually hold a protest against this murder. And I don't know what is the reason behind it, that they want to show the black flag to our respected leader of opposition. And they did these things, and this is happening due to the tacit understanding between the TMC and these extreme left wing. They have been used to make a propaganda that no vote to BJP. This campaign was lost by these extreme left, and they have a tacit understanding with the Mamata Banerjee. That's why Mamata Banerjee then is not interested. Our government is not interested to recover the situation there. And they indirectly supporting this extreme left wing, giving galis to the students. That is the actual BJP culture. Because we have seen Modi has cleaned JNU. That you also have that footage. How JNU was cleaned after BJP government came into power at center. Mamata Bandyopadhyay came into power in 2011, but she never tried to bulldoze her way in the institute like Jadavpur University. Everyone knows Jadavpur University is the citadel of left and ultra-left. So, about this ragging, about this situation inside the hostel and inside the campus, the left and the ultra-left, they are supposed to take responsibility. But where BJP comes, they went there to take the advantage of the situation, and they were doing politics. And at the end, the total fiasco, Shubhendu Adhikari was abusing the student itself.
Look, I tell you, it is absolutely correct. Two things. One, that the maladministration. Number two, somehow some of the managerial officials, those who are managing this show, they were absolutely scared to control the university. They were afraid of the students, those who are facing problem inside the university for a long, long time. They were scared. Out of fear, they could not touch them. That's why all these things happen. Now, if the Supreme Court has said that every university and college must have an anti-ragging committee. But why they did not form the anti-ragging committee, tell me? Who will form this committee? It is the university authority. Why they fail?
Let's take this across to Anirban, who's joining us live from outside Jadavpur University, a campus, unfortunately, that's been completely mired by politics. Anirban, I request you to stay on with me. We're cutting across live to Prime Minister Modi, who's currently speaking at a G20 Health Ministers meeting.
Very short time. Friends, in India, we are following a holistic and inclusive approach. We are expanding health infrastructure, promoting traditional system of medicine, and providing affordable health care to all. The global celebration of the International Day of Yoga is testament to the universal desire for holistic health. This year, 2023 is being marked as International Year of Millets. Millets, or Sri Anna, as they are known in India, have several health benefits. We believe that holistic health and wellness can help enhance everyone's resilience. The establishment of WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine in Jamnagar, Gujarat, is an important step in this direction. And the holding of WHO Global Summit on Traditional Medicine, along with G20 Health Ministers meeting, will intensify efforts to harness its potential. It should be our joint effort to build a global repository for traditional medicine. Health and the environment are organically linked. Clean air, safe drinking water, sufficient nutrition, and secure shelter are major factors of health. I congratulate you for the steps taken towards the launch of the Climate and Health Initiative. The steps taken to address the threat of antimicrobial resistance are also commendable. AMR is a grave risk to global public health and all pharmaceutical advancement so far. I am also glad that the G20 Health Working Group has prioritized One Health, our vision of One Earth, One Health, envisages good health for the entire ecosystem for humans, animals, plants, and the environment. This integrated view carries Gandhiji's message of not leaving anybody behind. Friends, public participation is a key factor in the success of health initiatives. It was one of the main reasons for the success of our leprosy eradication campaign. Our ambitious program on TB elimination also encourages public participation. We have called upon the people of the country to become Nikshay Mitra, or Friends for Eradication of TB. Under this, nearly 1 million patients have been adopted by citizens. Now, we are on our way to achieve TB elimination well ahead of the global target of 2030. Friends, digital solutions and innovations are useful means to make our efforts equitable and inclusive. Patients from far and wide can receive quality care through telemedicine. India's national platform, E-Sanjeevani, has facilitated 140 million telehealth consultations to date. India's COVID platform successfully facilitated the largest vaccination drive in human history. It managed the delivery of more than 2.2 billion vaccine doses and real-time availability of globally verifiable vaccination certificates. The global initiatives on digital health will bring together various digital health initiatives on a common platform. Let us open our innovations for public good. Let us avoid duplication. Let us facilitate equitable availability of technology. This initiative will allow countries in the global south to close the gap in healthcare delivery. It will take us one step closer to our goal of achieving universal health coverage. Friends, I conclude with an ancient Indian wish for humanity. Sarve bhavantu, sarve santu niramaya. That is, may all be happy, may all be free from illness. I wish you success in your deliberations. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So the Prime Minister there speaking to the G20 Health Ministers meeting, which is happening currently in Gujarat, and sending across a message on his vision for how he really plans to improve healthcare in India and India's role in also global healthcare. We'll continue getting you all the highlights of the G20 summits that are currently underway in the run-up to the main Big Bang G20 summit. I'm slipping into a very short break. We'll be right back.
You are watching India Today.
From the biggest conflict zones
We are at the Hostel Air Base and this is
to the biggest international moments, a reporter with India's flag on his sleeve and an unrelenting eye on terror, defense and national security, on the road, up the heights, in the trenches. He brings you stories that must unite us, because when it's national interest, it's India first. Monday to Friday 10 p.m. only on India Today TV.
In one of the biggest actions till date against cyber fraud and user protection, the government has announced sweeping changes in the way SIM cards for mobile phone connections are issued and verified. The system of issuing SIM cards in bulk has been stopped with immediate effect, and police verification and registration of dealers has been made mandatory.
In a big move against spam calls and cyber fraud, the government has made police verification of SIM card dealers mandatory and discontinued the provision of bulk connections. Announcing major reforms, the Telecom minister said that the dealers had been found complicit in the illegal issue of SIM cards and will now have to be registered compulsorily as well as verified by the police. A penalty of 10 lakh rupees will be imposed on dealers found flouting norms. The government has also decided to discontinue the bulk issue of SIM cards. Businesses, though, will be able to procure multiple SIMs with proper documentation. Businesses will also have to depute a point person with proper KYC to whom the SIM cards will be issued. The minister explained how bulk connections were being misused.
बल्क कनेक्शन के नाम पे खूब सारे सिम ले लिए और एक डिवाइस होता है सिम बॉक्स। सिम बॉक्स के अंदर एक साथ खूब सारे सिम डाले जाते हैं और उस एक सिम बॉक्स के जरिए से फिर बहुत सारे ऑटोमेटेड कॉल्स होते थे। पहला ये मिसयूज़ होता था और दूसरा मिसयूज़ ये होता था कि एक साथ बल्क में ले लिए और उसके बाद में आज 5 सिम लिए, 5 सिम से फ्रॉडुलेंट कॉल किए, उन 5 सिम को डीएक्टिवेट किया, कल और 5 सिम से फ्रॉडुलेंट कॉल्स किए, डीएक्टिवेट किया, फेंका, फिर ऐसे करके एक तरीके से एक फ्रॉडुलेंट कॉल्स की, साइबर फ्रॉड्स की एक कड़ी बन जाती थी।
The government has also announced that digital KYC will be mandatory for all new connections soon. According to data released by the ministry, steps taken to curb cyber fraud include disconnecting 52 lakh mobile connections, blacklisting 67,000 dealers, filing of 300 FIRs against SIM card dealers since May 2023, and blocking around 66,000 WhatsApp accounts that were involved in fraudulent activities.
are watching India Today.
Welcome back. Let's get you breaking news that's coming in from Karnataka. Dalit ministers in the Karnataka government have shot off a letter to Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge that Sudham Das shouldn't be made an MLC. Sudham Das is a new entrant in the party, is their contention. They've also said that he's made no contributions. On what basis is he being nominated to the Legislative Council? Remember that HP Sudham Das, who's a former Enforcement Directorate officer, has been named as one of the 3 named to be part of the Legislative Council. Nagarjun Dwarkanath is joining us with more details on this. Nagarjun, Dalit ministers in the Karnataka government up in arms against the nomination of Sudham Das. What exactly is their grouse here?
Akshita, in fact, Sudham Das' name was shortlisted to be an MLC, is what we are told. And the letter also written by Dalit ministers Parmeshwar, Mahadevappa, and Muniyappa and Timapur, all Dalit ministers have written to AICC President Mr. Kharge, saying that Sudham Das is a new entrant into the party. It's not even been 6 months. March 2023, he joined the party, and now we are hearing that he's considered to be an MLC candidate. I'd rather give it to someone who's worked hard for the party, who has put in blood and sweat for the party. A party karyakarta should be given preference as an MLC rather than some new entry person. He was also made a campaign co-committee chairman within the span of 3 months, is what the Dalit ministers say. Rightly so, that merit should be considered, is what the ministers have written to the AICC president, that a karyakarta should be recognized and made an MLC, and not someone outsider who was in bureaucracy who have just stepped out. They want to mount pressure on the High Command that someone else has to be considered.
All right, we'll track the latest on this and whether the government really buckles to that pressure. Thanks for the moment, Nagarjun, for getting us those details. Sticking to news from Karnataka, there's a massive sextortion racket that's been busted by the Bengaluru police. Neha, aka Meher, a Mumbai model whose pictures you see on your screen, she along with 3 others allegedly amassed over 35 lakh rupees from sextortion activities. Over 50 men are believed to have fallen victim to this gang's manipulation and extortion. Her 3 associates have been nabbed. The main piece of puzzle, the mastermind, this Mumbai model, is still missing.
In pursuit of a female sextortionist, Bengaluru police are currently searching for this woman, Neha alias Meher. Originally from Maharashtra, the woman has been named in a complaint for allegedly blackmailing her victims. She allegedly targeted men through the Telegram messaging platform, lure them to her home, and orchestrating covert recordings of sexual encounters with the involvement of her male accomplices. This alleged criminal operation led by Neha, also known as Meher, has been active in Bengaluru for a year and a half. The men she allegedly ensnared were subsequently subject to blackmail. They were coerced into marriage, conversion to Islam, or extortion of funds. Failing compliance, they were threatened with the release of compromising videos on the internet. The case now registered in Bengaluru's Puttanhalli police station. Each of her victims reportedly succumbed to the extortion demands. One of the complainants disclosed that he was coerced into giving her up to 60,000. Her 3 accomplices, all from Karnataka, have been arrested. According to the police, the gang amassed over 35 lakh rupees from this extortion activities. Around 50 men are believed to have fallen victim to this gang's manipulation and extortion. Yet the mastermind behind this operation remains at large. The primary suspect, Neha alias Meher, is suspected to be evading capture somewhere in Mumbai. Bureau Report, India Today.
And in some worrying news, 2 Indian pilots have succumbed in the last 2 days due to heart attacks, triggering questions on whether they're being overworked or overstressed. An Indigo pilot collapsed at a boarding gate at the Nagpur airport and died while being taken to the hospital on Thursday. He died after suffering a sudden cardiac arrest, and this was shortly before he was to operate a Nagpur-Pune flight. Just a day before, Qatar Airways pilot had died after suffering a heart attack on board a flight. He was traveling in the passenger cabin of a Delhi-Doha flight as an additional crew member. These 2 incidents come days after a pilot collapsed in the bathroom of a commercial flight from Miami to Chile, which had 271 passengers on board. An emergency landing was carried out in Panama on Sunday night, and Captain Ivan Andor was declared dead by medical experts at the airport.
मनोज बाला सुब्रमण्यम उम्र 40 है उनकी। वो प्लेन में जाने के पहले गेट नंबर 1 के ऊपर उनको अचानक से चक्कर आया और वहाँ पे वो तबीयत ख़राब हो गई, वहाँ पे गिर गए। तो उनको तुरंत डॉक्टर टीम ने उठाकर मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट किया और किंग्सवे हॉस्पिटल लेके गए। वहाँ पे उनको ट्रीटमेंट दी गई। उसके बाद में उनको और भी मेडिकल हॉस्पिटल में रेफर किया, लेकिन वहाँ पे डॉक्टरों ने उनको डेथ डिक्लेयर किया।
Those who pilot, they have their regular cardiovascular evaluation and they're usually very fit. It's very amazing to learn that how it happened to him. I'm sure he must have been having his regular checkup, he must be fit cardiovascularly, but what happened to him? Of course, the autopsy will guide us more, but in some such situation when they do not find, there is no evidence of any heart attack as such, no acute myocardial infarction, even there is we should do a molecular autopsy to find out if there has been a molecular basis or electrical basis of certain cardiac death in this particular case.
अगर वो टेक ऑफ करके उसको हार्ट अटैक होता तो वो क्रैश कर जाता, जहाज भी खत्म हो जाता, वो भी खत्म हो जाता, और अगर उसमें यात्री होते तो वो भी गर्क हो जाते। 40 साल की उम्र में हाँ हार्ट अटैक वगैरह हो सकते हैं, उसको मेडिकली फिट रहना चाहिए, और डीजीसीए को ये देखना पड़ेगा कि अब जो भी आप मेडिकल का जो क्लियरेंस है उसकी एक सेंट्रलाइज बॉडी उसको बहुत स्ट्रिक्टली मॉनिटर करे। एयरफील्ड के ऊपर ऐसा संस्था होनी चाहिए जो पायलट से पूछे तुम अपना मेडिकल सर्टिफिकेट भी दिखाओ, और वहाँ पे भी एक डॉक्टर होना चाहिए जो जाने से पहले एटलीस्ट तुम्हारा नब्ज चेक करे और हार्ट इत्यादि चेक करे। वो हो सकता है, इसमें कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है।
Moving on, arm twisting by Shinde Sena MLAs for ministries has now come to light amid delays in the Maharashtra cabinet expansion, and it's one of Shinde Sena's own who's exposed this. Shinde Sena MLA Bharat Gogavle has claimed that several Shinde Sena MLAs had used emotional blackmail and threats to go ahead and bag the cabinet berths that they enjoyed today. Gogavle spoke about an instance where an MLA actually threatened that his wife would die by suicide if he didn't become a minister, and so was made one. And now they warned that Narayan Rane would finish him off if he failed to become a minister, and again was made one. Now several others, according to Gogavle, are threatening to resign immediately after the swearing-in ceremony. Gogavle claimed he'd sacrificed his ministerial aspirations after Chief Minister Shinde asked MLAs to understand the situation and compromise to accommodate others.
म्हणजे 9 मध्ये माझा नंबर होता, 9 मध्ये आमचा नंबर होता, सगळं झालं. एक जण आला भारतात, बोला जर मला मुख्यमंत्रीपद दिलं नाही तर बोला माझी बायको आत्महत्या करत. वा रे वा, आमच्या बायका फक्त अशाच राहिल्या. एक जण आला, बोला जर मला नाही दिलं तर नारायण राणे मला संपून टाकतील. एक जण बोला आम्हाला देत नाही ना, तुम्हाला मी 12 वाजता राजीनामा देतो. दुपारी 12 वाजता म्हणजे 9 लोकांचं मंत्रिमंडळाची शपथ झाली का 12 वाजता मी राजीनामा देतो. आता मुख्यमंत्री आले अडचणीत.
तभी की बात थी वो, जब हम लोग सरकार बनाने जा रहे थे, तभी की बात है, अभी की कभी की बात नहीं.
क्या बात थी सर, किस तरह का प्रेशर था एकनाथ जी पर?
नहीं, प्रेशर का सवाल नहीं था. अभी 12 आदमी मांग रहे थे और 9 जगह थी, ये बात थी, बाकी कुछ नहीं.
तो आपने तो एक आध किस्से बताए हैं. एक में आपने बताया है कि एक एमएलए की बीवी ने आत्महत्या करने की धमकी दे दी थी. दूसरा एमएलए कह रहा था कि नारायण राणे मेरे को खत्म कर देगा अगर मैं मंत्री नहीं बन गया तो. तीसरा एमएलए कह रहा था कि मैं रेजिग्नेशन दे दूंगा. ये कौन थे सर और क्या था यह किस्सा?
बोल दिया अभी. जब हुआ था तब का किस्सा हम लोगों ने बताया था, बाकी कुछ नहीं था.
All right, let's get your shocking images. CCTV camera that's captured a freak accident, if there was any, in Mumbai. A 26-year-old man died after he was crushed between a moving train and the railway platform. This happened at Science Station in Mumbai. Now, the CCTV visuals that you see on your screen shows that the victim bumped into a woman on the platform, after which a heated argument took place. The woman, Sheetal, was then seen hitting the victim, Dinesh, repeatedly with her umbrella. Soon after, her husband, Avinash, slapped Dinesh, who then, as you see on your screens there, loses balance and falls onto the track. There you have it. He's being hit by the woman. Her husband comes along, slaps him. He then falls, staggers and falls back onto the tracks. In the incident, the MSRTC employee died during treatment. As we count down to Chandrayaan 3's date with the moon on August 23rd, it will be touching down on the moon's surface. Here's the first video that's been put out by ISRO. of Chandrayaan 3's image right now of what it sees as close as it's gotten right now to the moon. This is the video that's been released by ISRO of the Vikram lander's view right now, and it's a stunning view of the lunar surface. You can see the craters up close, and this gives you a sense of how very close we are right now to the moon. Remember that in just about 5 days from now, on August 23rd, is when the Vikram lander will make that soft landing on the moon's south pole. It's in fact yesterday, after the separation that took place yesterday afternoon. It's about 163 kilometers from the moon, and today you're going to be seeing a very crucial deboosting exercise. Nagarjun Dwarkanath is joining us with more details on this. Nagarjun, lovely view that the Vikram lander currently has, and it gives you a sense of how very close we are right now to the moon.
Well, that's absolutely true, Akshita. It's just giving me goosebumps looking at these images of how close have we got to the moon right now. We can see the craters up close. What we see from Earth is completely different than what the images are shown by ISRO right now. We're just days to go before the big day on August 23rd when the lander lands on the south pole of the moon. We have got the first images after the separation of the moon surface itself. You can see a large crater there on the lunar surface. This seems to be the landing spot is what we are told, because this is captured by the lander itself. So once it's orbiting, it has captured these images with craters on the lunar surface. You can see a bit of light and bit of shade on it. Also, the other side of the moon is dark, and what we are seeing is the craters on the lunar surface. We had to get a clarification from ISRO if it's exactly the landing spot is what the videos that we have got it. But it was a successful separation yesterday with the propulsion module and the lunar lander module. And today, the ISRO has tweeted these visuals, first visuals, and definitely looking at these visuals, it's giving me goosebumps as well.
Very true. You look at that beautiful image, the view of Vikram lander right now. He's traveling solo, considering that he was separated from the propulsion module yesterday. He's carrying with him the Pragyan rover, and you can see that as he moves along the moon's surface, there's a part where it goes into darkness. So one side of the moon, as expected, fully in light, the other pitch dark. Nagarjun tells us that at this point, we still don't have clarification if this is the South Pole, if this is where the moon lands. But remember that the South Pole is ridden with craters. So it could very well be that the Vikram lander at this point is traveling very close to the South Pole. What Nagarjun also was referring to today is that you're going to be seeing a very crucial deboosting exercise that's going to happen in about 30 minutes from now, somewhere between 4 to 6 p.m. is what we're hearing. And with this deboosting exercise from 163 kilometers, which is where the Vikram lander reached yesterday after the separation, it will get closer. It will come to a 112 kilometer circular orbit, so even closer then to the moon, if you can believe it, considering right now the moon looks so close that you can see every single minute detail of the lunar surface. And then post that, tomorrow you will see another crucial maneuver where we get to the closest point to the moon, which will be about 24 kilometers away. And imagine that view. That will be tomorrow. We're hoping and praying that ISRO then as well releases some of the images of what the Vikram lander is currently seeing. Nagarjun, you're telling us that at this point, even as we're beaming that video that ISRO has released of the lunar surface, I see a lot of craters. So it's got me assuming that maybe, just maybe, this is the South Pole where the Vikram lander could touch down.
Well, that's absolutely true, that this might be the spot itself, but what has happened in Chandrayaan 3 is that the landing surface, the width and the breadth of the landing surface has completely been increased and changed to what it was in Chandrayaan 2. Right now, it's 4.5 kilometers by 2.5 kilometers is what we are told. It's a much bigger patch to land. Anywhere in that patch, the lander can land is what we are told. Compared to the smaller patch in Chandrayaan 2. So some changes have been made, but looking at these images, seems like this is the position, because the ISRO tweet says that lander position detection camera that has taken these pictures from on board from Chandrayaan 3. So it seems like this is the spot there where the lander would land on 23rd of August. But right now, the deboosting maneuver will have to be done today. The orbit will be reduced, and finally on 23rd August, the orientation of the direction of the lander will change and then do a soft landing by evening on 23rd.
I mean, what we're talking about here, the Vikram lander itself weighs about 1,770 kilos. That's traveling right now around the moon. And today there's going to be one crucial deboosting exercise. Right now, 163 kilometers from the moon, that will become 112 kilometers. You already feel that we're up close and personal with the moon. But imagine tomorrow, Naga, if you could get us those details, tomorrow 1:30 a.m., 19th August, is when we're going to be seeing the closest point to the moon, 24 kilometers from the moon, as close as it can get really. And from there till 23rd, closer and closer till finally the Vikram lander is ready to ensure that soft landing.
That's true, Akshita. In fact, that will be the last maneuver on the 19th, where around 1:30 a.m. is what we are told that final maneuver will be done, the deboosting will be done, and it would go on to an orbit of 24 kilometers just above the lunar surface. And we'll have a much clearer picture of the lunar surface, the craters, and also the light that we are seeing on the side of the moon. All of this will be much clear. We'll have a clear picture on the 19th, and the final maneuver will be happening on the 23rd evening, and the descent would begin by afternoon is what we are told. And once the lander lands, a few hours later the rover would come out, and it would be there for one lunar day, that is 14 Earth days, to carry out the experiments. The payloads are there on lunar, on the rover, as well as the lander module as well. So quite exciting times for all of us to know that something that we see in our daily life in the sky, ISRO has made sure that they've gone there and done experiments, and they're quite hopeful that this time the landing will be quite a success.
Very true. And at this point, looking at this kind of footage that's emerging of the lander Vikram right now going around the moon, it tells you about how really the Vikram lander is traveling a circular orbit around the moon right now, and then towards closer to August 23rd, you're going to see it reach the south pole of the moon. There will be light, yes, Naga, on the south pole, which is what will ensure that perhaps ISRO will be able to release footage of that exact precise landing moment.
Well, definitely, that's the most exciting part, right? Because we got that wrong last time because of the acceleration error, and we crash landed last time, but it was just a partial success. But this time, they have given directions and they have addressed the errors that took up last time, and now they're quite confident that no matter what, we will make sure that Chandrayaan-3 lander will be landing on the moon, and it will have complete light because the solar panels on the rover and the lander will take in place, because they have to take in the light from the sun, and then that will be the oxygen or the battery life for the rover as well. So there will be light. We will be seeing clearer pictures of the lander landing as well as the rover as well. So in the next few weeks, almost every alternate day, we might be getting pictures of what the moon looks like. We all have seen it from our daily lives, 4 lakh kilometers away, 400,000 kilometers away from the moon. And we all have idealized moon for one or the other reason. But today we are going to see the reality of the surface and what it takes to be there, and some scientific experiments that will be carried out. And this data will be helping generations together, which will be coming in the next few decades or centuries. This data will definitely help for not just India, but also the global space sector.
Very true, and the moon definitely looks very different from what you and I see really from this point, Naga. It's traveling in an elliptical orbit. You can see that as it moves this way across the moon, and you compare these to the pictures that we got a few weeks ago. That was the first time ISRO had released pictures. That was when the propulsion module was in place, and ISRO had released pictures of what planet Earth looked like and what the moon looked like. We thought that that was as close as it gets to the moon. We were clearly wrong, because you look at this stunning video that's emerged right now of the lander Vikram's view right now of the moon. Now you can see that, and this is, by the way, from a distance of about 160 kilometers or so. That's going to reduce further in the next 30 minutes to 1 hour, because between 4 to 6 p.m. is when really the deboosting exercise will take place, which will reduce the distance further. And then tomorrow, that distance will reduce further, which will mean that we are at the closest point to the moon. How close? 24 kilometers. And then lander Vikram continues to travel in that elliptical orbit, and as expected, 23rd August, 5:45 p.m. is the time that's been given by ISRO right now. It could go back and forth by a few minutes, by a few hours, based on whether lander Vikram is running as per schedule, and then it will touch down. And these are more images that we're showing to you right now. You can see the moon's surface so very clearly on this. It's almost eerie, Naga, that we've got such a close-up view. And now we're going to get even closer. Tomorrow, about 24 kilometers to the lunar surface is what we're expecting. But you're right in also saying that this kind of footage that emerges of Chandrayaan 3's journey is so crucial also in ISRO scientists kind of, understanding and grappling with what really the moon's surface looks like. All right, we're lost, Nagarjun, but I want to also bring your focus to the new images that we've accessed. We've been showing you this video where you can see deep craters on the moon's surface. Here's another video that ISRO has just released that shows perhaps what looks like to be another portion of the moon's surface as the lander Vikram moves around the moon in an elliptical orbit. Very fittingly, they've said this is the view of lander Vikram Chandra as captured by the lander right now. There are cameras installed on lander Vikram. There are, of course, several sensors that have also been installed because ISRO has maintained that if manually something goes wrong, the sensors will immediately kick in and ensure successful soft landing. Remember that a few weeks ago, ISRO had released the first pictures of what the Chandrayaan's view looked like, which was of the moon and of planet Earth. Both stunning. And like I said, at that point when we saw those images, we said the Chandrayaan seems to be very, very close to the moon. Now look at these pictures. You can see very, very clearly almost every significant detail on the lunar surface. And we're just about 5 days away from the landing on the moon's south pole. At that point, which is expected at about 5:45 in the evening, there will be light on the south pole, and the lander Vikram with the rover Pragyan inside will slowly, smoothly touch down on the moon's surface, and then the rover will be released. On the rover also, there are several cameras, and not just cameras, but also other equipment that can ensure that there is a detailed study done of the moon's soil and of the craters. The South Pole, it's believed, has also a lot of frozen water parts in these craters, and that's why the kind of science, the kind of research that ISRO scientists will do on what's on the moon's surface, what's on the South Pole, will be so very crucial, particularly to questions on whether there is any trace of water on the moon's surface. These pictures that we're showing to you right now is also part of what ISRO has released. And on the right of your screens, you can see Vikram in movement, showing you how from light to dark, in a matter of seconds, it just hands over in the moon. This is because it's traveling. The Vikram lander is traveling on an elliptical orbit around the moon. So you can see the lunar surface at one point so clearly, and then there's a shadow that hits some portions of the moon, and then it's pitch darkness. The left side of your screens, the pictures that are seen there are much clearer of the moon's surface. Not many craters there, but you can still see a very, very uneven surface. These images and videos have been released by ISRO for the first time, and Nagarjun Dwarkanath is still back with us. Nagarjun, at this point, everything is going as per schedule. So ISRO is maintaining that the landing will happen at 5:45 p.m. on August 23rd.
That is true. Everything has gone as per schedule, as per planning. Not even a micro millimeter of error till now is what we are told, because everything was taken into consideration. The errors that was done in Chandrayaan 2, all that were taken into consideration, and it was addressed, and so changes were also put into place is what we are told. So till now, since July 14th, if I'm not wrong, since the launch date, everything has gone as per record, as per plan, which was chalked out on the paper. The final maneuver will be on August 19th, and then the crucial moment of turning the lander vertical. Right now, it's an elliptical orbit, so it's rotating still around the lunar surface. Slowly, it will be coming down, dropping the weight of the lunar to the lunar surface itself. Right now, it was at 160 kilometers away from the lunar surface, then to 150. Slowly, by the 19th, early morning to the 20th, also, it would come down to 24-kilometer height. Just above the lunar surface, and by 23rd afternoon in the Indian Standard Time, it will start making its direction towards the lunar south pole of the lunar surface and moving not just to the lunar surface, but the crucial maneuver is moving from elliptical orbit and to make it vertical. So that's also a bigger maneuver, because you'll have to boost the lander in a certain direction so that it moves, it changes its orientation from elliptical orbit to a vertical orbit, and then descends to the lunar surface, radio altimeter will be used, because every inch or every centimeter will be crucial, because it has to judge as to when do I decelerate, when do I accelerate. All that will be important. So quite a few crucial hours on the 23rd, and the moment it lands, that's the big success, because last time we failed to land the Chandrayaan-2 successfully. It crash landed, but the moment it lands, all the scientists on ISRO will have a sigh of relief, because that's the major part of what we were looking for. And then within few hours, the rover would come out of the lander, and for the next 14 days, there would be experiments carried out by the payloads on the lander as well as the rover.
Now, can I just say here that every single Indian will be heaving a sigh of relief the moment that soft landing is accomplished on August 23rd. And we're very, very confident. We're 100% sure that this time around we're going to get it right. Just a quick highlight for our viewers as well. You see those two images on your screens. On the right, actually, is the footage that's been released by ISRO just now, but it was actually shot on August 15th. So on the right of your screens is the video that was taken while the Vikram lander was still a part of the propulsion module. You can see the speed with which it's traveling. On the left are those latest images. Mr. K. Sivan, former ISRO chief, is joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Sivan, it's beautiful to see these images, makes us all so proud and gives us a sense of what you have achieved and accomplished so far, sir. Everything on track as of now, Mr. Sivan?
Yes, everything is going as per planned, this one now. Okay.
Can you tell us how close we are to the moon right now?
No, we are working out that different maneuvers. Now that yesterday when we separated, it was like 167 kilometer orbit or so. Now it will be slowly decreased to the final orbit of that 30 kilometers by 100 kilometers there. Okay.
Okay, sir. And the deboosting exercise is going to happen now?
Deboost, this one day, every day it will be there. So small that maneuvers will be there. This one.
Okay.
And it is not nothing special, this one. And finally, anyway, we need to achieve the orbit of 100 kilometers by 30 kilometers. Here, 30 kilometers is the place from where this our descent is started, getting started.
Mr. Sivan, how long will the descent take? And is it going to be happening as scheduled on August 23rd at 5:45 p.m.?
Yes. That's what we are targeting.
Okay, so it's going to happen as scheduled. How long will the descent actually take, sir?
No, I'm not exactly that, it will be around 15 minutes or so, this one.
Okay. And what's happening in the next few days, sir, you're saying is routine, something that ISRO is very familiar with?
No, this is what I'm telling. That is, this orbit will be trimmed to get into the 30 kilometers by 100 kilometers orbit. Yes, this is the orbit from this is the altitude, 30 kilometer altitude from which this lander will start journey towards the surface of the Earth, moon. So the next few days, the maneuvers will be done to achieve this particular orbit size.
Okay, Mr. Sivan, thank you very much. Congratulations to you and the entire ISRO team. Thank you so much for joining us here at India Today. I know you're extremely busy, sir, tracking all that's happening right now with Chandrayaan-3. Mr. Jitendra Singh, MOS PMO and someone who's also in charge of the space sector, is joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Jitendra Singh, it's wonderful to see these images because it gives you a sense of how close we really are to the moon. And I'm sure you've got your fingers crossed, sir, for August 23rd.
Yes, obviously, and I think a very short while from now, it will descend further to closer orbit. It's gradually inching towards the surface of moon. And I'm sure these pictures will excite every Indian, but for the scientific fraternity, they would have other connotations as well. The imagery would give indication of the kind of crater, the kind of surface, the kind of milieu over there. So I think it's appropriate to say that the lander has started doing its work even before it's or started performing its task even before it is landed.
Mr. Jitendra Singh, as you pointed out, every single image, every single video that's coming to the fore right now, being sent across, beamed across by the lander, is so crucial in our scientific study. But you said also that the deboosting exercise is going to happen today as well as tomorrow. So we're going to be very, very close to the moon, sir. These are procedures that ISRO is very familiar with, yes?
Yeah, absolutely. It was last time landing at some little, I would not say miss, out.
Okay, apologies. We've lost the connection with Mr. Jitendra Singh. We're going to reconnect with him because the government is so very closely tracking every update that's coming in from ISRO right now. They know full well how important this mission is and how important every update that comes in of the lander Vikram getting closer and closer to the lunar surface really is. These are images that have been beamed across by lander Vikram to us seated here and to the ISRO headquarters in Bengaluru, where they are, of course, tracking every update that comes in. Like I said, in about 10 minutes from now, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m, between this crucial 2-hour period, you're going to be seeing a deboosting exercise. What does that mean? It essentially means the lander Vikram, which right now is traveling in an elliptical orbit, will get closer to the moon. And at this point, it's at about 160 kilometers, considering that yesterday you saw that very successful separation. Lander Vikram, which is also, by the way, extremely powerful, is now simulating and fueling that entire journey around the moon. And he's at this point essentially carrying rover Pragyan and a bunch of payloads, of course, and traveling around the moon. We're going to continue getting you the latest updates on Chandrayaan 3's journey. Like I said, 4 p.m. is when the boosting will happen, which means we get closer to the moon. I'm slipping into a short break with those amazing images of the lunar surface beamed across by Chandrayaan.
Are watching India Today.
There is a very serious allegation has been raised by former associate editor of Deshabhimani, the mouthpiece of CPM. Unfortunately, the CPM is keeping silence. Chief Minister is speaking silence. For last 6 months, the Chief Minister of Kerala is not speaking to the press or the people. I don't know what happened to him. This is a very serious allegation that money has been embezzled or taken by the Chief Minister as well as the Industries Minister. And I feel that a comprehensive inquiry is necessary to unearth the truth of this matter.
What was the modus operandi of this extortion gang in Bengaluru via Mumbai? Here's what happened. They would contact some of these men from a Telegram application, send them text messages, which would be, of course, very appealing in nature. And then eventually they would meet these men. There would be an approval for consensual sexual acts. And while these acts were taking place, there were 3 other accused. As you can see their images on your screen. They would then record these actions and in compromising positions when the couple would be. Now, when they had the videos with them, they were first forced to convert, marry, and most likely the men would say no to that. And when they would say no to the conversion, they would be forced to pay some ransom, and extortion of money took place. About 60 to 70,000 rupees per individual, and that led to about 50 to 60 lakh rupees that they had eventually been able to amass. And that is when the matter eventually reached the cops, while the men were being blackmailed for more and more money. And eventually the cops were able to investigate this further. Now, the shocking thing is that this model, the woman, her name is Neha alias Meher. She's absconding for now. She's still missing. She's not been arrested. While the gang and these men on your screens have been taken into judicial custody for now.
बाकी से तो सब हिंदू से ही कन्वर्ट हुए हैं मुसलमान हिंदुस्तान में और उसकी मिसाल हमारी कश्मीर में
This comment of the former Chief Minister of the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir, Ghulam Nabi Azad, has set the cat among pigeons. Speaking at Doda in Jammu and Kashmir, Azad sparked off a new debate with his comment that everybody in India had been Hindu. In fact, in Jammu and Kashmir, everyone was a Pandit before Islam came.
हमारे हिंदुस्तान में इस्लाम सिर्फ और वैसे ही पूरा इस्लाम तो आया ही है 1500 साल पहले। हिंदू धर्म बहुत पुराना है। तो बाहर से आए होंगे 10-20, वो जब मुगलों के वक्त में उनकी फौज में थे। बाकी तो सब हिंदू से ही कन्वर्ट हुए हैं मुसलमान हिंदुस्तान में।
While some hailed Ghulam Nabi Azad's comments, the Congress was clearly upset. National Conference Vice President Omar Abdullah hit out at Azad, insisting he was trying to appease powers that be.
आजाद साहब ने किस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में कहा, क्यों कहा, किसको खुश करने के लिए कहा, ये तो आजाद साहब ही कह सकते हैं ना, मैं नहीं कह सकता हूं।
PDP Chief Mehbooba Mufti came out with a shocker in an exclusive conversation with India Today.
He should say that कि हमारे जो पूर्वज थे वो बंदर थे.
You should say he should go back.
He should go back there
to the Stone Age.
Yeah, he should go back to the Stone Age and find out what his forefathers were. I mean, I don't believe in the theory that हमारे forefather बंदर थे. Maybe he believes.
The BJP came out all guns blazing, attacking Mehbooba Mufti.
हालात देश के नहीं खराब, हालात उनके खराब है. उनको
Seven-day nail-biting countdown to the Chandrayaan landing is now well and truly on. In a mega milestone, the Vikram lander split successfully from its mothership 163 kilometers away from the lunar surface. The lander is now moon-bound and will attempt a soft landing on the south corner of the moon at 5:47 p.m. on the 23rd of August. All of India is waiting with bated breath.
It's the final countdown. In one of the most crucial maneuvers yet by Chandrayaan 3, lander Vikram separated from the mothership, the propulsion module, to set up a date with the moon. The Vikram lander, with its rover Pragyan inside, is on its journey now to the moon's south pole, expected to touch down for that historic soft landing on August the 23rd at 5:45 p.m. Our ISRO heroes have done it again. A picture-perfect launch, followed by a super smooth journey into the moon's orbit, but the true test will now come in 6 days.
So whatever that mistakes happened in the Chandrayaan 2 have been corrected in Chandrayaan 3. Also, that additional design margins have been improved. Also, that wherever the redundancy is not there, now it's put in. That way, we have more confidence on Chandrayaan 3 to be successful.
Equipped with 4 landing legs and 4 landing thrusters of 800 newtons each, Vikram is designed for a soft landing on the moon. It carries within it a rover named Pragyan. 1 billion Indians are now rooting for Chandrayaan 3, and congratulations are pouring in for our ISRO heroes who continue to work day in and out to ensure a 100% successful mission.
No, certainly a matter of great satisfaction and a moment of pride for each one of us. Whereas the propulsion module will keep moving and keep taking pictures. So now the roles have got divided and each of the components will perform its respective roles.
It is also a symbol of India's growing capability and capacity, and I hope Chandrayaan 3 works out to be a very successful mission.
With lander Vikram making the difficult journey now to the moon's surface on its own,